Side sends one to the left, circle of the shot, scores! And the Zydeco skate off with a victory.
Oh my goodness! He just did that!
Evens this hockey game, a pair of goals.
And the Zydeco win! Live again here inside a lively Raising Cane's River Center here in the capital Louisiana, downtown Baton Rouge. It's game 2 of 3 between the Watertown Wolves and the Baton Rouge Zydeco. Tonight sees a chance for the Zydeco to clinch a playoff spot with a regulation win to keep their race for home ice advantage alive in the play-in round against the Blue Ridge Bobcats. They're going to need every point they can get. But tonight, it's all about if we are going to see postseason hockey. For the Watertown Wolves, they try to rebound after a rough patch last night against the Zydeco, get back on some winning ways here as they look to see if they can't get another victory here against the boys in blue. I'm going to center myself a little bit more. Welcome back here, everybody, and a very pleasant good evening to you. My name is Brian Flores, bringing you tonight's FPHL matchup between the Baton Rouge Zydeco and the Watertown Wolves. After a rough weekend last weekend against Athens, they kick off tonight in the final homestand of 2024-25 on the right foot against the Watertown Wolves in dominating fashion. Highlight reel goals, heart-stopping saves, and an energy that they carried the Zydeco to a 5-3 win. The Zydeco are just one win away from clinching a play-in round spot with a Monroe Moccasin loss last night. So now it's time for the Zydeco to put pedal to the metal and see if they can clinch tonight and maybe get a little bit more foot in the hole when it comes to maybe getting a play-in round home ice advantage. So tonight, with a near-packed crowd here in the River Center, the Zydeco, with newcomer Mr. Bartlett, will be taking on the Watertown Wolves. Bartlett last night had a highlight reel, heart-stopping Michigan goal, and he put the Zydeco up 3-2 at the time, as well as that man stopping the door on the other side, Mr. Sammy Bernard making save after save and finally finding the back of the net. A much struggling Dmitry Kuznetsov gets one that he really was looking for. And on the other side, that man Brendan Colgan, after dropping last night's homecoming, looking to rebound here tonight and see if he can't shut the door on his former team. We also have number 87 standing in line here for the Watertown Wolves as he looks, or beg your pardon, 67, Delkin Flanagan trying to make his case here tonight, as well as former Zydeco, Matt Gordon. So when we get back, we'll recap what happened last night in case you couldn't miss it. And we'll get you the numbers after that right here on Zydeco TV, powered by Momentum Building Services. Zydeco Hockey is proud to be sponsored by Schmalke Law Firm, Reputation, Respect, Results. Capital City Produce, always fresh, always easy. Preston Environmental Solutions, and E&C Bush Hogging and Mulching. We'll be right back here on Zydeco TV, powered by Momentum Building Services.
gotten very good at roofing. We're good at the actual work, but also the documentation from the beginning. Getting everything with the client. What do they need? What are their needs? And then how can I give them a couple of options? And then from there, during the process, they know what's going on. And then at the end, feeling good about everything that's complete, and they're happy when they're done with their job.
The trust that we offer to our clients is actually, it comes pretty easy for us because we've been doing this a long time, and 90% of the jobs that we get are referrals. You know, that's what we depend on, and we strive to let the customer know that we're going to be here. We will always answer the phone.
At Don Seafood, our weekend brunch isn't just a meal. It's the moment you've been waiting for all week. Begin your legendary weekend with brunch favorites like our shrimp and grits, crab cake benedict, and of course, bottomless mimosas. Let's be honest, the party doesn't start until Don Seafood hits the table. From our team at Don Seafood, we want to thank you for the past 90 years and cheers to many more together.
For over 90 years, Don's Seafood has been a Louisiana staple. From the finest Gulf catch to the most authentic Cajun recipes, our commitment to quality and tradition is who we are. Enjoy favorites like our gumbo, jacked up shrimp, seafood salad, steak, and of course, our signature seafood platter. Don's is more than just food. We're a celebration of flavor and family. From our team at Don's Seafood, we want to thank you for the last 90 years and cheers to many more together.
Welcome back here inside of the River Center. Last night was a resurgence offensively here for the Zydeco, who were kind of snake-bit when it comes to the offensive zone. Last night, they found the back of the net 5 times. So let's recap what happened last night here at the River Center. And that's not the highlight. Sorry about that. Well, it's bound to happen one point. Let me bring you to a commercial. I'll be right back. All right, there we go. So last night, first goal went to the assist of Scott Chirac, and that one coming to the assist of Jake Cox and Dmitry Kuznetsov, and that one made it an early 1-0 lead here for the Zydeco, as it would carry that for another, 3 minutes, until Watertown at 10 minutes would throw one at the net and just squeezed by Sammy Bernard, making this one a tie game at 1 apiece. And with little over a minute left to go, it would be Carter Thornton sniping one home to the assist of Matt Gordon and Trevor Lord. And that one would, or I beg your pardon, it was Trevor Lord to the assist of Chase Dabari and David Gaeta. And for the Zydeco, less than 30 seconds remaining. Shane Haggerty finds the back of the net as Ross Bartlett would find his first point with his new team, as well as another assist going to Elijah Wilson. But in the second period, that wouldn't be the only goal they scored, as the Michie would be in play, as Ross Bartlett, his first goal with his new team, would go on a highlight reels feel. And I really got to be honest with you, I don't know how you top that as a first goal. Nothing better than a good old Michigan. Later on, it would be Dmitry Kuznetsov again, finally finding the back of the net. And that one going to the assist of Garrick Lindbergh and Narek Alexanian, making it 4-2 for the Zydeco. And due to technical difficulties, didn't get the third goal for the Watertown Wolves, but they would make it 4-3 as we head into the third period. And that's where they got a goal from a unlikely source. Rio Namiki gets his first goal since November, and he would kind of put this one out of reach, making it 5-3 the final score. So, tonight, Zydeco with a chance to clinch the playoffs, for the first time in their history, looking to kind of see if they can get more offensive juices flowing here against the Watertown Wolves, as they will try to kind of see if they can force a little bit more of their will here in the offensive zone. When we get back, we'll take a look at the numbers from last night and get you the starting lineup, brought to you by Schmolke Law Firm. Stick with us.
We do things with passion. Everybody here really is invested. So if something can be done better, we challenge the status quo.
The Men's Network started when I went to a computer club meeting in the 7th grade that Brett organized. At that point, I had never met anyone that was as good at computers as Brett was. And by the 8th grade, we figured out that this was something that we could do professionally.
We moved to Baton Rouge to go to LSU, and that's really where our business got planted.
Give Immense a call. Let us show you how IT should be done.
Welcome back here inside of the River Center. Last night, the numbers, they kind of look like this here for the Zydeco. They were able to find their offensive drive, winning 5-3 against the Wolves, finding the back of the net about 5 times. The shots on goal for the Zydeco, they were outshot 36-33, which continues a concerning trend here for Baton Rouge, not able to come out on top with shots. So that's something to pay attention here to tonight. The last game, the Zydeco went 1 for 7 on the power play, while the Wolves went 0 for 2 on the man advantage. Power play percentage for the Zydeco, 20%, while the Wolves, of course, had a 0%, not scoring at all on the power play. It's still a pretty close volume in terms of penalty minutes, as the Zydeco forced the Wolves to commit penalties with 12 penalty minutes, and the Zydeco only getting 8. Save for Sammy Bernard, 33 of 36. And for the Wolves, 28 of 33. And the final save percentage for Sammy Bernard, 917. And for Brendan Colgan, former Zydeco, 848. We'll send you down ice level for the starting lineup, brought to you by Schmolke Law Firm, as presented by our PA announcer, Joel Verdke.
Head coach of the Baton Rouge Zydeco, Rick Thompson. Equipment manager, Keith LaFleur. Team Zydeco personnel. It's Dr. Julie. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please remain standing and remove your caps for tonight's national anthem, brought to you by our friends at Changing Mechanical. Ladies and gentlemen, a special treat for tonight. Directed by Patrick Bordelon and Central High School Jazz Ensemble, Levi Briley, Anna Bordelon, Ryan Bells, Antonio Warner, Greg Ballard, Zach Clark, and Jacob Fontenot. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Welcome back here inside of the Raising Cane's River Center, where we are just about set for puck drop here in Game 2 between the Zydeco and the Watertown Wolves. Tonight, let's introduce you to our men behind the masks in between the pipes. Starting off with the Watertown Wolves, you have the former Zydeco Brendan Colgan, standing at 16-13-3, a 9-7-14 save percentage, and a 291 goals against average. Last night, faced 33, saved 28, trying to have a rebound night here tonight. And on the other side, he's going to be facing his former backup goaltender, Bailey Stevens, standing at 11-5-3 with a 909 save percentage and a 268 goals against average. Last game he started was against Athens, where he lost 3-0, saving 20 of 23 last weekend for a final save percentage of a 921 and a 3 goals against. So tonight marks the night that the Zydeco can clinch the playoffs for the first time in their franchise history. Drop the puck, and we are underway here for game number 2 between the Wolves and the Zydeco. Wolves have possession here in the Zydeco end, intercepted now by Scott Chirac. Chirac from his own zone, trying to pitch this one up through center ice. Tyler Larwood now has it in front of the Watertown bench, and he'll sweep this one in, where Brennan Colgan will play this one behind his own net. And now that gets played across by Trevor Graspy. Graspy from the end boards. He'll get this one all the way back for Kyle Powell. Powell from the far end, getting it back to the end boards. That's stopped up here by Dominic De Savita. And now back up ice. Graspy will just touch this one into the Zydeco end and go off for a line change. Played off behind the net by Bailey Stevens. As the Zydeco had this one in front of their own bench, in front of their own end boards. Kim Mietinen trying to quarterback a play back up ice. And now here come the Zydeco back in the way. Here comes Elijah Wilson. Nearly had a breakaway. Good defensive play by Ian McDonald, former Zydeco, as they get this one out to the blue line. Nicotola out to the left circle, giving it out in front of the shot. Robbed by Brendan Colgan. Wilson right in front of his former netminder, getting the leather flashed on him. 18:47 left to go here in the first period, and Brendan Colgan already into the game. Also, I want to give a special shout out here to TJ congratulations on being officially sworn in here to the U.S. Army. And, well, it's going to happen after the first period. I'll make sure I throw it up here on the broadcast here for you guys so you guys can see it. It's a cool experience as the Zydeco have possession here into the Watertown zone, and they'll clear this one all the way back into the Zydeco end. No icing, says the linesman. Now they're going to call this one off. Didn't really see any of the linesmen putting the old whistle up to their lips, so it was kind of a iffy play. 18:33 left to go here in the first period. Just underway. If you're just joining us, welcome here to game 2 of 3 between the Zydeco and the Watertown Wolves. Last night, the Zydeco able to snap a 4-game losing streak against these Wolves, winning 5-3. And the Wolves snapping a winning streak themselves after sweeping Danville last weekend, as they're looking to get back into their winning ways. Already clinched a playoff spot, as well as seeding did the Watertown Wolves. So right now it's just a battle of attrition. I think the main thing is just trying to get some momentum heading into the postseason as the Zydeco bring this one into the Wolves zone with a shot on net, and that one goes into the glove of Brennan Colgan, and he will cover. It's got to be weird if you're Colgan robbing Wilson out in front of your own net, and, you know, a crowd that used to cheer when you did that now giving you jeers. Kind of reminds me, I'm a Dodger fan, so I beg your pardon for any analogies having to do with LA, but it was when Cody Bellinger robbed the home run from the Dodgers, and he just turns around and is like, hey, you used to cheer when I did that. Now Brennan Colgan probably saying the same thing. And now back up ice, here come the Watertown Wolves into the Zydeco end. From the left circle, from the near boards, stopping this one up. Clink with a shot on net, and a good save by Brennan Colgan. From behind the net, trying to turn this one back up ice. Ian McDonald leaves this one off for Stephen Clink. Out to the near side from the end boards. McDonald trying to play this one back down. That one gets taken away and taken out to the ice, where the Zydeco Larwood leaving it off for Chirac. Through center ice, Chirac into the Watertown zone, leaving it off to the left circle, and Jake Cox just not able to find a skittering puck, as the puck will go out to the far corner, picked up now by number 27, Kyle Powell. Powell will just play this one behind his own net, and he'll wait for a line change here, trying to gallivant a rush. A little bit of cat and mouse playing here between he and Wilson. And now back up ice, here comes Dabari. Dabari for the Wolves into the Zydeco end from the left circle, getting it out in front, and that one's not able to go. They'll play this one out to the end boards now, where it gets played now by the Zydeco. Cole Olette from behind his own net. He'll get this one across to Garrick Lindbergh. Lindbergh from the near boards. Stretch pass trying to find a sprawling Bartlett, as Colgan trying to clear, held in. And a good look here by Bartlett trying to find it out in front. That one gets intercepted and cleared. Here come the Wolves back the other way. Numbers if they hurry. Into the left circle, getting it across. Left circle a chance, and that one gets intercepted. And now back up ice. Here comes Wilson. Trying to spring step Bartlett, and he just hacky sacks this one into the far corner. Played now by the Wolves from their own end boards. They'll get this one across out to the far boards. Back out in front. Here comes Ian McDonald, leaving it across out for Stephen Clink. And now Dabari from the near side of his own zone, giving it across into the neutral zone, through center ice, back out for Matt Gordon, former Zydeco, into his zone, giving it across on a shot, and is it in? And they're going to point, and they're going to say that the puck crossed the goal line as the Wolves strike first. So Watertown, not wasting any time, gets one in on Bailey Stevens as it trickles right through, barely beating the goal line, and it doesn't matter if it's an inch or a mile that it beats the goal line, it's still a 1 on the board. 1-0 here for the Watertown Wolves. 16:05 left to go here in period number 1. And now back the other way, the Zydeco playing this one back in their own zone. Ethan Matcham pitching it across, back up ice, as that one gets pinched into the Watertown zone. And now back the other way. Here comes Ty Moore, dropping this one off. Elijah Wilson now has it, trying to guide this one into the Wolves' end. That one gets taken away by Dustin Henning, former Zydeco yet again. There's a lot of former Zydecos here playing on the Watertown Wolves. Last time Dustin played here for the Zydeco was back up in Topeka, as that one gets played in by Declan Flanagan. Out to the far end. They'll play this one out to the far boards as Stephen Klink has it to the blue line of the Zydeco end. He gets hauled down, and there will be a penalty here on the Zydeco. So 15-10 left to go here in the first period, and the Zydeco going to the sin bin for high sticking. It's going to be Dmitry Kuznetsov. So elbowing, actually, they're going to call it. Out to take the draw is going to be Trevor Graspy. Watertown not able to score last night on the man advantage. Taken away now by the Zydeco, not able to clear. Out to the near boards, picked up and rifled out of the zone by number 16, Elijah Wilson. And now the Wolves trying to settle down, putting the puck back in their own zone. Dominic Deasavita, back up ice. They'll play this one out to the near side. Dabari into the Zydeco end from the slot. As it now to the blue line from the point, out to the right circle. Giving it out across to the left circle to the slot. A shot, they score! Dominic Deasavita, much like the goal he scored last night, rifled one right past Bailey Stevens, and he makes this one a quick 2-0 game for the Wolves. .37 left to go here in the first period, and it's already 2-0 Watertown Wolves. And now here come the Zydeco back down the other way into the Wolves' end. They'll try to play this one back down. Elias Thompson out to the near side of the Wolves' end. That one gets taken away by Watertown. Here come the Wolves with a fresh 2-0 lead. Just 14 minutes and 19 seconds left to go here in the first period. Striking first were the Wolves as a shot goes in on net, and that one gets blocked out to the far corner. And now here come the Zydeco through center ice, and they'll backhand this one into the Wolves zone. Brendan Colgan will play this one behind his own net. And now back up ice, here out to the blue line, Gehrig Lindberg. He'll pitch this one out to the far corner from the left circle, and a sharp angled shot gets saved off by Colgan. And now back down the other way, here come the Watertown Wolves. Near side into the Zydeco end. They'll play this one out to the left circle with a shot going high and wide. Picked up now by 93, Ian McDonald from the far end. He'll drop this one off to the end boards. Picked up now by the Zydeco. And now back the other way. Here come the Zydeco as Kuznetsov with a shot on net. Good save by Colgan, and a rebound gets rifled off the outside of the cage from the far end. Picked up now by Gehrig Lindberg from the blue line. They'll stop this one up from the end boards. And now here comes Kim Mietinen, or beg your pardon, Dmitry Kuznetsov with a shot, and that one gets saved. A rebound, and that one gets saved again by Brandon Colgan, as I believe that was Narek Alexanian trying to spear home the rebound. To no avail, 2-0 your score here at the Raising Cane's River Center. We'll pause a few moments to thank some of our sponsors: Sigma Engineers and Constructors, E&C Bush Hogging and Mulching, Capital City Produce, Wilson Warehouse, Highland Group Property Services, Bayou Apparel, Gator Millworks, Will Scott, AV Solutions, and VRI Institute. We'll be right back here on Zydeco TV, powered by Momentum Building Services. It's 2-0 here for the Watertown Wolves here at the Raising Cane's River Center.
Find more of what you're looking for at L'Auberge Baton Rouge. More of the games you love, more of the flavors you crave, more staycation relaxation. All this plus an exceptional staff. Add more to your story at L'Auberge Baton Rouge.
Official sponsor of Baton Rouge Zydeco.
Welcome back here inside the Raising Cane's River Center. Off the draw here into the Wolves' end. Watertown with possession of the puck. They'll get this one across to the far lip of the far corner as Ross Bartlett trying to fish for the puck. Out to the far end, the former Mississippi Seawolf will try to kick this one back to himself as Bartlett getting into it with Dabari. That one gets played out to the far end boards as that one gets taken away by the Wolves. Out to the near side. There's going to be a delayed penalty here against the Zydeco, no doubt on Bartlett. I believe it's going to be for slashing as Bartlett trying to force the play back the other way. That one gets taken away. Here come the Wolves back up ice through the center ice into the Zydeco end from the right circle. They have this one out to the far end from the far boards out to the blue line. That one gets stopped up from the blue line now to the point, and that gets poke-checked along into the near corner. Out to the near boards, Ian McDonald. McDonald stops this one up from the near hash marks. Out to the far end. Here come the Wolves setting up shop here. De Savita out to the near side. And now Trevor Lord out in front. And that puck gets muffed as Watertown still with possession here. An extended delayed penalty here for the Zydeco, and it's not exactly good. 6-on-5 we're skating because as soon as the Zydeco touch it up, they're not even going to get a chance at the empty net, as I mentioned, as it gets blown dead. So Ross Bartlett is going to be the one going to the sin bin, and it's going to be slashing. Hey, call me Nostradamus. So Zydeco back on the penalty kill. Right now with the Watertown Wolves with their foot on the gas pedal trying to make this one 3-0 to start the game. And off the draw, Zydeco not able to win it with a shot, and that one just goes wide. Picked up now by the Zydeco from the far end, not able to clear. Held in by the Wolves from the blue line, trying to get this one back out in front. That one gets taken away, and a good block by Scott Chirac. And now from the end boards, Chirac trying to force the puck back the other way. He does, where it gets played off now by the Wolves from their own zone on the power play. Trevor Graspy pitching it across, finding Dominic De Savita. Out to the near side of the neutral zone. Here comes Dabari into the Zydeco end. Dabari out to the far corner from the far end boards. He'll play this one out to the right circle. Dabari has it right in front of Bailey Stevens with a shot, and that one gets poke-checked away by Nick Catola as they'll get this one out to the left circle. Out to the right circle now, to the far boards. Right circle, they'll park it with a pass out in front, not able to go, hacking and slashing away at that one, as thankfully that one just falls harmlessly into the corner and cleared. Here comes Lord. He'll whip this one around the boards, picked up now by Rio Namiki. Namiki will clear this one all the way back down where it gets played off now by Brandon Colgan. Colgan from the near side of the Wolves' end. Back up ice. Here comes Watertown into the Zydeco end. They'll play this one out to the near boards from the end board, sending it out in front, and that shot goes wide. Picked up now by the Wolves. They'll pitch this one out to the far end as Ethan Matcham trying to force the play. Now back of the way. Here come the Zydeco shorthanded, trying to turn on numbers. Has it to the left circle with space and a shot, and that one goes wide. Narek Alexanian gets this one poke-checked away from him, but again, kind of acts as a pseudo-clear, I guess. And now back the other way, here come the Watertown Wolves into the Zydeco end. They'll play this one out to the far boards. Picked up now by Alexanian, trying to find a darting pass out to the near side of the neutral zone. Picked up and cleared all the way back out by Tyler Larwood. And now a stretch pass here from Kyle Powell. And now it'll go all the way back into the Zydeco end. No icing as it got tipped in before it reached the goal line. And now back the other way. Here comes Elijah Wilson to the near side of the Watertown zone with a shot, and that one gets gobbled up by Brendan Colgan, and he will cover. 9:26 left to go here in the first period. 2-0 your score here for the Watertown Wolves. Shots on goal, 7 for the Zydeco, 4 for the Wolves. We'll be right back here in Raising Cane's River Center, where it is 2-0 Wolves here on Zydeco TV, powered by Momentum Building Services.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical to save the day. From electrical issues to keeping you comfortable, plumbing repairs, and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical, your one-stop solution for electrical, AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call or visit us online at southernairbr.com.
Welcome back here inside of the River Center. 9:26 remaining in period number 1. Zydeco and the Wolves. Wolves lead this one 2-0. And off the draw here on the Wolves' end. Watertown with possession, trying to turn this puck back down ice. They'll play this one out from the end boards. Watertown with possession. On the back end through the near glass, and that one gets hit along into the Zydeco end. Picked up now by Nicotola. From the near side, Elijah Wilson. That one gets tipped into the Watertown zone. Picked up now by Brendan Colgan. That gets turned over, and a pass out in front, not able to go. And a rebound. That one will be just hit away into the neutral zone and cleared back into the Watertown side by the Zydeco. 8:47 now left to go here in the first period. So that was pretty much, I would say, the first chance in a while that the Zydeco has had. And now that one gets taken away. Here comes Tyler Larwood, leaving it off for Scott Chirac. Delayed offsides as Watertown has clear possession of this one. And now back down ice into the neutral zone. That one gets taken away. And now back the other way. Here comes Tyler Larwood, 3-on-2. Larwood giving it across with a shot and a save. Rebound out in front. Now to let go. That was a good save by Brendan Colgan. Out to the near side. Garrick Lindbergh has it from the near half wall, trying to pitch this one across out to the far end. That one gets taken away. And now here come the Watertown Wolves. Through the legs goes Gaeta, giving it across with a shot, and that one misses the net entirely. That one goes up and not out of play. Zydeco were kind of treating it like it was out of play. Didn't hear a whistle, though, as they'll pick this one across out from the near corner. Zydeco in their own zone. That one gets taken away by the Wolves. Into the near circle. That one gets taken away by the Zydeco again and cleared all the way back down into the Wolves' end. Picked up now by Flanagan. Flanagan. He'll pitch this one across into the Zydeco end for an icing. So we'll get a face-off all the way back into the Watertown zone with 7:36 left to go in period number 1. So get a face-off here to the far right circle. Zydeco down 2-0. It's going to be the first time in a while that Zydeco can overcome this 2-0 lead, that they've been able to come back from a multi-goal deficit. Here comes Narek Alexanian out to take the draw. He'll be facing off against Trevor Lord. And off the draw, Lord wins this one back. Played off now by Ian McDonald, taken away with a centering pass out in front. That one gets taken away by the defense of the Wolves, former Zydeco, Matt Gordon. Now back down ice. Here come the Wolves out to the in front of the Wolves bench. That one gets taken away by the Zydeco and slapped back into the Wolves zone. Picked up now by Watertown behind their own net. Ian McDonald sidestepping one. Has it now in his own zone. Kind of almost forgot the backpack at school, as it were, as he'll just drop this one off from the end boards, and a stretch pass gets hit out of midair. And now here comes Ross Bartlett. Bartlett into the into the Watertown zone. That one gets taken away as Bartlett has it, giving it across out in front, trying to find a centering pass out to the slot. And now a pass out to Ross Bartlett, and he gets taken down and hard. And he looks a little worse for wear here. Still getting up on his own power, though. Definitely not comfortable getting a face full of glass. But anyway, it's going to be the Wolves, Ian McDonald, heading to the penalty box. First power play chance here for the Zydeco, brought to you by Badgers Heating and Air. .6:45 left to go here in period number 1. 2-0 your score for the Watertown Wolves. Zydeco trying to cut into this lead with a power play on themselves. And off the draw, Zydeco get this one out to the near side, trying to pitch this one out in front. That one gets taken away, not cleared. Held in by Kim Miettinen, leaving it across to Eric Alexanian out in front, trying to find a centering pass out to the left circle. That gets taken away, and now back the other way. Here comes Chase Dabari. And that one will go all the way back down into the Zydeco end. Dabari trying to make himself a nuisance here as Eric Alexanian will leave this one off for Dmitry Kuznetsov. Actually, that was Elijah Wilson. I beg your pardon. I'm going to get a lot of names wrong here tonight. The jerseys are sick, but from up here, it's kind of hard to see the numbers. As Elijah Wilson has it with a shot, and it goes off the glove of Brendan Colgan. Out to the near side. Wilson fights off for the puck. Trying to pitch this one across out to the far corner. Picked up now by Deus Avita, and that one will be played all the way back in the neutral zone. Scott Chirac now has it. Chirac into the Watertown zone, dropping it off for Kim Miettinen. From the end boards, he'll ankle it across for Wilson. That one gets taken away and cleared all the way back down into the Zydeco end. And now here come the Zydeco. Back down into the Watertown zone. Larwood from the near corner. From the near boards out to Jesse Olette. He'll play this one out to the near side to the right circle. Larwood trying to get this one out in front, and that gets played across. Out from the far boards. Zydeco with possession. Poke checked along. That one gets hit along now by Nick Katola. Katola has it from the end boards. He gets it poke checked away. Trying to fight for the puck was Ross Bartlett, and that one gets taken away and cleared. 13 seconds left to go here on the minor penalty to Ian McDonald. Zydeco trying to gallivant a rush back the other way. Into the Wolves' end, to the right circle. Now dropping this one out from the far boards, left circle with a shot, and it goes into the glove of Brendan Colgan, and he will cover. 4:42 left to go here in the first period. Shots on goal, 11 for the Zydeco and 4 for the Wolves. 2-0 your score here for Watertown. We'll step aside here in the Raising Cane's River Center here on Zydeco TV, powered by Momentum Building Services.
Ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktails. Wall-to-wall, state-of-the-art TVs mean you'll see every touchdown, Hail Mary, and big turnover in crystal clear HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino in Baton Rouge, where every moment is a win. For the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Tremonti's has meat. Tremonti's has seafood. Tremonti's has much more. Tremonti's on-site catering is the best in Baton Rouge. Our friendly staff brings everything to our clients' location, set up, serves guests, and cleans up once our guests are satisfied and full. Tremonti's caters weddings, corporate events, parties, luncheons, crawfish and shrimp boils, breakfast, fundraisers, barbecues, and much more.
Welcome back here to the River Center. 4:42 left to go here in the first period. 2-0 your score for the Watertown Wolves, and off the draw. Zydeco have possession out to the blue line with a shot, and that one goes a country mile wide. Out to the far end. Zydeco get this one out to the near side with a shot from the blue line, and that one gets saved off and gobbled up by Brendan Colgan, and he will cover. 4:30 left to go here in the first period. 2-0 your score for the Watertown Wolves. Zydeco trying to dig themselves out of the hole that they've procured for themselves. And now off the draw, Namiki around the boards they go, out to the far end. Wilson out to the far corner. They'll try to pitch this one across as he gets taken to the boards. And now Shane Haggerty himself gets pinned to the boards as he'll just squirt this one out to the far corner. And now from the end boards, Watertown with it. They'll try to pick this one out and clear it out. That one gets taken away by Ross Bartlett. And on a backhand pass, overshoots Namiki. Shane Haggerty plays this one back in his own zone. Ethan Matcham out to the far end. And now back up ice. Here comes Elijah Wilson through center ice. skating it down into the near side of the Watertown zone. He gets taken down, no call. They'll play this one back as Powell. And now, of course, there's going to be no call on that one as he got tripped by a ghost. And now back the other way, the Zydeco will play this one out to the far corner. And now Watertown with possession back there in their own zone. Delkin Flanagan will pitch this one across all the way back into the Zydeco end as it gets picked up now by Kim Miettinen. Miettinen into the Wolves' end. Nick Katola out to the left circle. Katola into the end boards. Watertown intercepting that as Lord on the backhand will leave it off for an Eric Alexanian. Alexanian to Kim Miettinen, trying to pass this one out in front, and that one gets taken away. Out from the near corner. Picked up now by the Wolves, and they'll clear this one out to the neutral zone. Back up ice. Here come the Zydeco into the Wolves' end from the far end. Out to the near side, Kim Miettinen. Miettinen out in front and a shot, and that gets tipped wide. And a sharp angled shot rolls in front of Brendan Colgan. He'll just gobble this one up and fall on it. 2:43 left to go here in the first period. 2-0 your score here for the Watertown Wolves. 2:43 left to go here in period number 1. Your shot total is 14 for the Zydeco and 4 for the Wolves. And off the draw, Zydeco win it, but they're going to say that is a face-off infraction on the Wolves. A little bit of a score update. I'm scoreboard watching. I know I shouldn't be, at least during the game. It's 2-1 here for the Blue Ridge Bobcats, so it's kind of getting dicey here if you're a Zydeco fan. And now off the draw, Zydeco with it with a shot, and that one gets blocked away out to the far end. And another sharp-angled shot and a good save by Brendan Colgan. Now, it didn't look like it would be a difficult save to make if you're Brendan Colgan. But again, with his momentum, he got forced down into the butterfly. And again, a sharp-angled shot nearly darting above his head, trying to channel his inner Elijah Wilson on that shot as a face-off win will force its way out to the near corner. Zydeco holding this one on into the Wolves' end. That one gets cleared out to the neutral zone and dumped back into the Wolves' end. Colgan from the near side. And that one will be dumped all the way back into the Zydeco end, and that one will go off for an icing. So we'll get a face-off all the way back into the Wolves' end with 2:12 left to go here in the opening frame. And it almost feels like, it's kind of like you need to find the back of the net here if you're the Zydeco. And off the draw here to the left circle. Zydeco giving it across out to the slot and a shot, and that one gets saved off. Good shot by Shane Haggerty as that one gets picked up and cleared all the way out as Rio Namiki now has it. Namiki from the near side. He'll pitch this one across out to the far boards. Back up ice. Here comes Elijah Wilson. Wilson cross-ice feed out to Ross Bartlett. Bartlett out to the end boards now. That one will find its way out to the near side as Dabari tried to pass it out in front, and it got tipped in front of Brendan Colgan as he will gobble this one up, and he'll cover with 1:44 left to go here in the opening frame. Thomas McGuire coming in to take the draw, and he'll be facing off against Quinn Sheevers. And off the draw, or beg your pardon, it was actually Graspy. Off the draw. Wolves with possession. Deus Avita. They'll pitch this one across out to the near side of the neutral zone. Picked up now by Nick Katola. He'll slap this one around the boards. Picked up now by Brendan Colgan, dropping this one off from the far end. And now back up ice. Here come the Wolves into the Zydeco end. From the near boards, that one gets taken away by Nick Katola. Katola back up ice. And now here comes Thomas McGuire with numbers if he hurries. McGuire dropping this one off to Dmitry Kuznetsov. Not able to come up with a puck. And now here comes Gaeta. Gaeta out in front, and that one gets intercepted by Nick Katola. Katola from the near side of the neutral zone trying to force this one back up ice. That one gets taken away by the Wolves and just lofted into the Zydeco end. Less than a minute left to go here, and not sure what they're going to call. looks like Zydeco are heading to the Wolves' end. And I am really not sure what they're calling here. I'm seeing 5 skaters. It's not a penalty. That was weird. Why did they call it dead? Anyway, you know what? We're going to take it because it's an offensive draw. And off the draw, Zydeco not able to win this one cleanly. Now back the other way. Here comes Matt Gordon. Pitching it across out to the far board to the right circle on a shot. And that one will be blocked away out to the near side. From the near boards, Bartlett trying to pitch this one across out to center ice. Matt Gordon has it from the far end of the Zydeco zone. From the end board, sending this one out in front. That one gets taken away. And now here comes Rio Namiki. Namiki trying to pitch this one out in front. That one gets taken away, swatted at by one of the Zydeco players as that gets picked up now by Wilson. Out, back, 20 seconds remaining here in period at number 1. Ethan Matcham now has it. Matcham back up for Wilson into the Wolves' end, giving it across to the right circle, trying to pitch it on to the left as that one gets intercepted right in front of the net. Zydeco with possession, 8 seconds, trying to get one last shot in on net, but that one will just get tipped harmlessly into the Wolves' end, and that one will go off for the end of the period. And after one period of play, your score, 2-0 for the Watertown Wolves. Shots on goal, 17 for the Zydeco and 4 for the Wolves. When we get back, we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, and we'll get you a period recap as well as the roll call. You know you love it. Make sure you're putting in chat where you're watching from so I can shout you out. So make sure you guys are putting in chat right now so I can get to it after this break. 2-0 your score here at the River Center. Wolves leading the Zydeco as we head into the first intermission here on Zydeco TV, powered by Momentum Building Services.
Ain't good. Visit Tremontis.com, 225-751-7665.
We've gotten very good at roofing. We're good at the actual work, but also the documentation from the beginning. Getting everything with the client. What do they need? What are their needs? And then how Can I give them a couple of options? And then from there, during the process, they know what's going on. And then at the end, feeling good about everything that's complete, and they're happy when they're done with their job.
The trust that we offer to our clients is actually, it comes pretty easy for us because we've been doing this a long time, and 90% of the jobs that we get are referrals. You know, that's what we depend on, and we strive.
State your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. And I will obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of the officers appointed over me, according to regulations in the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God.
We're going to be here. We will always answer the phone.
At Don Seafood, our weekend brunch isn't just a meal. It's the moment you've been waiting for all week. Begin your legendary weekend with brunch favorites like our shrimp and grits, crab cake benedict, and of course, bottomless mimosas. Let's be honest, the party doesn't start until Don Seafood hits the table. From our team at Don Seafood, we want to thank you for the past 90 years and cheers to many more together.
For over 90 years, Don Seafood has been a Louisiana staple. From the finest Gulf catch to the most authentic Cajun recipes, our commitment to quality and tradition is who we are. Enjoy favorites like our gumbo, jacked up shrimp, seafood salad, steak, and of course, our signature seafood platter. Don's is more than just food. We're a celebration of flavor and family. From our team at Don Seafood, we want to thank you for the last 90 years and cheers to many more together.
We do things with passion. Everybody here really is invested. So if something can be done better, we challenge the status quo.
The Men's Network started when I went to a computer club meeting in the 7th grade that Brett organized. At that point, I had never met anyone that was as good at computers as Brett was. And by the 8th grade, we figured out that this was something that we could do professionally.
We moved to Baton Rouge to go to LSU, and that's really where our business got planted.
Give Immense a call. Let us show you how IT should be done.
Find more of what you're looking for at L'Auberge Baton Rouge. More of the games you love, more of the flavors you crave, more staycation relaxation. All this plus an exceptional staff. Add more to your story at L'Auberge Baton Rouge.
official sponsor of Baton Rouge Zydeco.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical to save the day. From electrical issues to keeping you comfortable, plumbing repairs, and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical, your one-stop solution for electrical, AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call or visit us online at southernairbr.com.
For the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktails. Wall-to-wall, state-of-the-art TVs mean you'll see every touchdown, Hail Mary, and big turnover in crystal clear HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino in Baton Rouge, where every moment is a win. Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Tremonti's has meat. Tremonti's has seafood. Tremonti's has much more. Tremonti's on-site catering is the best in Baton Rouge. Our friendly staff brings everything to our client's location, set up, serves guests, and cleans up once our guests are satisfied and full. Tremonti's caters weddings, corporate events, parties, luncheons, crawfish and shrimp boils, breakfast, fundraisers, barbecues, and much more. Good meat ain't cheap, and cheap meat ain't good. Visit Tremonti's.com, 225-751-7665.
Well, there we go. Welcome back here inside of the Raising Cane's River Center, where your score 2-0 for the Watertown Wolves. Let's get you the roll call here for Zydeco TV. Let's see where you guys are cheering on your Baton Rouge Zydeco or your Watertown Wolves. I don't assume. Let's start off with Bob Tino from Centerline, Michigan. Let's go, Shane. Dan Haggerty from Warren, Michigan. Let's go, Shane. The Bevel family watching from Colliel, Livingston. Kai watching from Los Angeles. What's up, babe? Mom and Dad watching from West Covina, California. What's up, guys? Shane's mom watching from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Let's do this, Zydeco. A lot of game left. Yes, there is. Samantha watching from Watertown, New York. Kelsey and Mike watching from the stands in section 230. Spider watching from Watertown, New York. Go Wolves. Get that W. Love you, Gratzby. Coco watching from Wisconsin. Let's go, Elias Thompson. The Rogers from St. Louis cheering on Narek and the rest of the team. The Matcham crew from Calgary, Alberta. Let's go, boys. Kevin Haggerty from work in Warren, Michigan. Tom Haggerty watching from Rockford, Michigan. Doodlebug watching on the Hatton couch with the Fur Babies in Baton Rouge. Let's go, Zydeco. Battleborn at work. Wish I was there. Let's beat the Wolves. Go, Zydeco. The Wilson family watching from Hesperia, Michigan. The Catola family and friends watching from Washington. Go, Zydeco. Tori in Baton Rouge at work. Let's go, Zydeco. Randy and Lisa Jopi watching from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Christina Jackson watching from Watertown, New York. And Josh Falcon watching from Donaldsville. Stephen watching from Scarborough, Ontario. Go Clink. Ross Bartlett's mom watching from Fort Myers, Florida. Brian Adams from Watertown, New York. Go Wolves. We love you. Well, I mean, I appreciate you here in the booth. I'm kidding. Brian Adams loves you. Steve and Sue from Baton Rouge. Still punky. Rudy from Lowville, New York. Go Wolves. Let's go Wolves watching from Medicine Hat, Alberta. And Christina Jackson saying, let's go Wolves. All right. Here's the time of the day that Zydeco fans trying to hold on to their butts. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. The Carolina Thunderbirds winning 6-3 against the Port Huron Prowlers. The Danbury hat trick winning 3-1 against the Mississippi Seawolves. And the Blue Ridge Bobcats just got another goal, 6-1 over the HC Venom. The Columbus River Dragons losing 1-0 under the Monroe Moccasins. And the Dashers of Danville winning 3-2 against the Motor City Rockers. Let's take a look at the highlights here from period number 1. In the first period for the Zydeco, as the Wolves got the first goal. That one just squeaked by it was Bailey Stevens making it 1-0 Wolves. And that goal, that was the opening one here for the game. That one coming off of the stick of Matthew Gordon, getting his first goal back here in the River Center to the assist of Chase DeBari. And the second goal at 5:23 from Dominic De Savita to the assist of Trevor Lord and Chase DeBari. So 2-0 your score heading on to the middle frame. We'll get back to you for Drop the Puck here for period number 2. Stick right here with us on Zydeco TV, powered by Momentum Building Services.
gotten very good at roofing. We're good at the actual work, but also the documentation from the beginning. Getting everything with the client. What do they need? What are their needs? And then how can I give them a couple of options? And then from there, during the process, they know what's going on. And then at the end, feeling good about everything that's complete, and they're happy when they're done with their job.
The trust that we offer to our clients is actually, it comes pretty easy for us because we've been doing this a long time, and 90% of the jobs that we get are referrals. You know, that's what we depend on, and we strive to let the customer know that we're going to be here. We will always answer the phone.
Welcome back here inside of the Raising Cane's River Center, the Zydeco and the Watertown Wolves. Right now, the Zydeco are kind of in dire straits, down 2-0, trying to clinch the playoffs for the first time in their franchise history against a Watertown Wolves team that has already clinched a 4th seed, just trying to get a little bit more momentum as they head into the postseason. Taking the draw is going to be Scott Chirac facing off against number 55, Trevor Graspy. Drop of the puck, and we're underway here in period of the long change here in the top of the frame. As the Zydeco have it back in their own zone. Tyler Larwood back up ice to Jake Cox, and he'll just backhand this one into the Watertown zone. Larwood trying to play this one back, and a huge hit behind Colgan. As Depari has it to the near side, takes a stumble into the boards. Picked up now to the near boards by Scott Chirac. As that one gets taken away and dumped into the Zydeco end, Ethan Matcham behind his own net. He'll dump this one across out to the near corner. And now back up ice, here comes Rio Namiki. Namiki dropping this one off for Ethan Matcham. Matcham out to the near side of the neutral zone, through center ice, as Tyler Larwood will just dump this one and skip it into the glove of Brendan Colgan. Gets a love tap from his former teammate Scott Chirac. 19:06 left to go. And thank you to Mike Gaines, Della Savita. I just saw the 2 L's and I just assumed it was a yeah. So Della Savita. And now back the other way as Kim Miettinen has it from the end boards. Pitching it out to the blue line. They'll play this one out from the blue line back down low. That one gets taken away, and a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Back of the way, here come the Wolves. And as that pass goes to the wayside, where it gets played off now by Flanagan. Intercepted now by Shane Haggerty, and that one will get cleared all the way back into the Zydeco end, dropping it off for Kim Miettinen. Miettinen trying to play this one out for Ross Bartlett. Around the boards he goes. Out from the near side, and now dumping it across out to the far corner. And now from the far end boards, here come the Zydeco into the right circle with a shot, and it hits the outside of the cage as that one goes up and out of play with 18:22 left to go here in period number 2. So we're going to face off out to the far right circle of the Wolves' end. Shane Haggerty out to take the draw. And now off the draw, the Watertown Wolves able to win this one back, and around the boards they go out to the near side. Back up ice. Lord into the Zydeco end. That one gets stopped up by Bailey Stevens, and he will cover. 18:11 left to go here in period number 2. So we're going to face off here into the Zydeco end. Narek Alexanian out to take the draw. And off the face-off, out to the left, or beg your pardon, to the near right circle with a shot, and that one goes wide of the net. Picked up now by the Wolves, out to the blue line. Dustin Henning holds this one into the blue line, out to the near side. Played on now by Garrick Lindberg, punching it along out to the near boards. Around the boards they go, out to the far end. They'll try to play this one out from the far corner. Punched along here by Narek Alexanian, intercepted now by Matt Gordon. Now back up ice, here come the Zydeco. Zydeco through center ice, and that one gets taken down as, I believe that was Thomas McGuire trying to get a zone entry, taken off the puck. And now the Wolves, Newman will send this one into the Zydeco end, trying to punch this one along out to the center ice, and that one gets taken away, and a shot, and that one from the blue line going wide. Picked up now by Cole Ouellette, and he'll send this one into the Wolves zone. Back up ice. Here come the Wolves. Graspy into the near side of the Zydeco end. From the end boards, trying to hacky sack this one in front of Bailey Stevens. That one gets taken away by Larwood. And now here comes the Zydeco. Through center ice, Jake Cox leaving it off, trying to find Scott Chirac. Chirac from the near side, trying to get this one out in front. That one gets taken away. Ethan Matcham with a shot, and that one hits the outside of the cage. And a rebound out in front, not able to go. Poke checked along, out to the right circle with another shot save. Rebound, and that's not able to go. Good save by Brendan Colgan as Ethan Matcham now has it. From the end boards, Matcham trying to get this one across to Larwood. Jake Cox, around the boards they go. Out to the far end. Centering it out in front, and the puck skitters and taken away. Clear it all the way back down as Dustin Henning leaves this one off to Dabari. Dabari has it out in front, and a poke check by Bailey Stevens. Back up ice, here comes Ethan Matcham. 2-on-2 if he hurries. Matcham into the Wolves' end. Trying to leave this one off. Matches has it from the far corner. They'll play this one out to the far end. That one gets taken away out to the slot. Back down low, and that's not able to go. And now here comes Dabari. And a pass from Graspy. Dabari into the Zydeco end. Trying to send this one out in front. That one gets taken away. Kim Miettinen. Miettinen pitching it across out to the far end. And now back the other way. Here comes Bartlett. Out into the neutral zone. Back up ice. That one gets taken away here at the blue line. Here comes Shane Haggerty. Haggerty out to the end boards. Turning this one around. And that one will be taken away. And a sharp angled shot. And that one gets saved by Brendan Colgan. That one took me by surprise. Didn't expect that shot to be on net, let alone as on target as it was. And Brendan Colgan able to make the save. 15:30 left to go here in period number 2. And off the draw, Zydeco not able to find the puck, and now that one gets taken away by McDonald and cleared all the way back down. Will it be enough for an icing? Yes, it will. Matthew Melvin says, say happy birthday to Beverly Gonzalez Ortiz. I'm not sure if that's Spider at the end. I'm going to tack on Spider, not sure if that's part of the name. But happy birthday to you. And congratulations again, TJ, for being inducted into the Army. Thank you for your service, and the best of luck here for you, my friend. Shane Haggerty, off the draw, wins it back to Kim Miettinen. Around the boards he goes to Wilson, trying another sharp angled shot again. That would have been nice. And another shot, save, rebound, scores! Not a sharp angle, but he finds one nonetheless. The Zydeco are on the board. Elijah Wilson, after going goalways last night, finds one here tonight. Nets his 26th goal of the campaign for his 48th point of the season, and it's a 2-1 affair. Don't go away just yet, cutting the lead down to 1. And now off the draw, Zydeco trying to win this one forward. That one gets taken away. And now here comes Cole Ouellette, giving it across, out to the far end, back up ice. That one gets taken away by the Wolves, dump back into the Zydeco end. Picking this one across, out to the far boards. They'll play this one all the way back down through center ice as Narek Alexanian will play this one all the way out to the end boards. Picked along here by Dustin Henning. Henning will play this one all the way back out to the end boards, taken away now by the Wolves and cleared all the way back down. Will it be enough for an icing? Yes, it will. You know, honestly, I thought that puck was going to stop short, but because it rolled, able to find the back of the net, or beg your pardon, able to find the behind the goal line. Your score now, with 14:30 left to go, 2-1 for the Wolves as the Zydeco cut the lead in half. We'll pause a few moments to thank some of our sponsors. Thank you to Bad Boys Bail Bond, Geico, LaBerge Casino and Hotel, Millie Printing, Gulf Coast Office Products, Tracy Furlough Agency, Tanger Factory Outlet, Frankie's Doghouse, Wilson Warehouse, Will Scott, Go Bearded, GEO Heat, Church Funeral Home, Visit Baton Rouge, Local Bar and Kitchen, WBRZ, and Mid-City Tower. We'll be right back here on Zydeco TV, powered by Momentum Building Services.
Isn't just a meal. It's the moment you've been waiting for all week. Begin your legendary weekend with brunch favorites like our shrimp and grits, crab cake benedict, and of course, bottomless mimosas. Let's be honest, the party doesn't start until Don Seafood hits the table. From our team at Don Seafood, we want to thank you for the past 90 years and cheers to many more together.
For over 90 years, Don Seafood has been a Louisiana staple. From the finest Gulf catch to the most authentic Cajun recipes, our commitment.
Welcome back here inside of the Raising Cane's River Center, where your score settles at 2-1 for the Watertown Wolves, as the Zydeco able to cut into the lead, back down the other way, 3-on-1 to the left circle, and a shot hits the iron as that one goes into the mesh and out of play. Zydeco cutting this lead down to 1 as they'll try to tie this thing up. 14:29 left to go here in period number 2. So we'll get a face-off, or beg your pardon, it's actually 14:13 left to go here. And off the draw, Zydeco able to win this one back down, but Wolves kind of cleared on themselves. Brennan Colgan playing behind his own net, and they'll play this one up, and that one gets taken away and dumped all the way back down into the neutral zone. Kim Miettinen now has it here into the neutral zone, twirling it around in front of the Wolves bench, dumping it along. And now back the other way. Here come the Zydeco, playing this one back down the other way. Out to the near boards. Scott Chirac will Colton keep this one in, as that one gets hit along and battered into the Zydeco lane. Played now by Chirac. Out to Kim Miettinen. Twirls it around. Back to Chirac. Chirac dumping it across the end boards, as Nick Catola nearly turning this one behind and turning it over behind the net. Now a stretch pass back the other way. Here comes Scott Chirac into the Wolves' end, stopping this one up to the far right circle of the Watertown zone. Trying to find a in-between-the-legs pass, but that one goes to the wayside. 3-on-2 now for the Wolves into the Zydeco end. And a centering pass out to the slot, and a shot scores! That one was a lofty turnover and an ill-advised pass. Sloppy work if you're the Zydeco, as that one ended up to the back of the net. 3-1 now for the Wolves. Not exactly a good sequence for the Zydeco, and it bit them. Back down by 2. And now off the draw, as the Wolves now have it back in their own zone. They'll try to pitch this one across. And now back down ice, getting tripped up by the blue line monster. Bailey Stevens from his own zone, turning it over to Matt Gordon, trying to get this one out in front. That one gets taken away by Shane Haggerty. And a back up ice, Ross Bartlett. That one gets poke-checked along, as Lindbergh will pass this one across. Zydeco with it back in their own zone, trying to center this one out, and that one gets picked along out to the near side. And what? That was not an icing, I don't think. But they're going to call it an icing nonetheless. We're going to face off all the way back into the Zydeco end with 12:45 left to go in period number 2. And Everett Thompson still kind of chirping back and forth with the referees. And now they're going to bring the face-off here to center ice. They're going to say that it was deflected. So they'll get a face-off here. And you know what? I will give the referees grace here. It's not as bad as the icing call we saw a couple weeks ago against the Athens Rock Lobsters, where they literally dumped it in on net. And it was pretty much just right into the center chest of Bailey Stevens, and they still called it, or beg your pardon, Josh Rosenzweig, and they still called it an icing on the Zydeco. But, you know what? Mistakes happen. We're all human. And now back up ice, here comes Rio Namiki, leaving it across to Narek Alexani, and that one gets swatted all the way back down into the Zydeco end, and that one gets poke-checked along into the Wolves end. That one gets played along out to the end boards, stopping this one around into the near boards. Zydeco trying to come up with a puck. They have it now to the near corner. From the near boards, twisting and turning this one across out to the end boards. Picked up now by the Zydeco. Have it to the left circle. Thomas McGuire giving it across out to the far boards with a shot blocked out in front. Not able to find it. Still loose as a chest shot. Scores! Dmitry Kuznetsov finds yet another goal. Second goal in 2 games, and boy, was it a big one here for the Zydeco. Lead gets cut down to 1 yet again. Kuznetsov just hounded away at the puck. Able to find the back of the net. And now it's 3-2 Wolves. And now off the draw, Zydeco with possession. Tyler Larwood dropping it off to Cox. Getting heckled for the puck. Has it still. Cox from behind the net gets tripped up. No call. And they're going to call this one dead. 11:42 on the dot here in the second period. And you may be asking, why wasn't that called tripping? Well, it's because it was Brendan Colgan's stick who tried to poke check the puck. And goalies hardly ever get called for tripping. At least I don't really think I've ever seen a goalie called for tripping. They're allotted play in the crease, obviously, but the only thing they can't do is high sticking, I believe. And now off the draw. We'll play this one out to the end boards. Stopping this one up and sashaying it across out to the near side as Klink will just hacky sack this one into the near side of the Zydeco end. Stopped up now by the Wolves, turning it over. And now back down ice. Here come the Zydeco. Passing it across out to the far end in the Wolves zone. Has it now to the right circle, trying to get this one out in front of the shot. Cox and a good save and a rebound, and that one gets swatted out to the slot as the Zydeco still coming up with it. From the end boards, Cox. Around the boards they go. And you hear a couple of disgruntled fans asking for a call. Not really sure if I saw anything. That was just a really rough play as Klink now has it. Klink onto the blue line, dancing with the puck. Has it to the far end. Dangerous looking play here as the Wolves now have it to the right circle. Beg your pardon, to the left circle. Now to the right circle to the near side. And that shot going into a mass of bodies. Picked up now by the Zydeco, trying to clear. Held in by Dabari. Dabari from the near side, right circle, stopping this one up, and now twirling it around, out to the right circle, out to the blue line now. Out to the far side. Now that one will be swatted and cleared. All the way back, out to the end boards of the Zydeco end, and that one gets shoved on. Jake Cox trying to come up to the puck with it. They'll play this one all the way back as the Zydeco trying to fish for the puck here. And one has to wonder, when are they going to call it dead? Not anytime soon, I would assume, as that one now, they're going to call this one delay a game. It's going to be a delay a game here against Kim Miettinen. Yep, they're going to call this one. All right, interesting factoid. So I'll tell you why this is a delay a game. Kim Miettinen tried to hand pass this in his own zone, which is legal. But what is illegal is closing your hand on the puck. And I kind of saw it clear as day that Kim Miettinen did close his hand over the puck. So it's going to be a delay of game here on Kim Miettinen. That was actually a really good eagle-eyed call by the referee, as you're allowed to scoop the puck. That's fine. You're allowed to scoop it, but because he closed his hand on the puck, that one's called a delay of game. And now they'll play this one out to the near corner, stopping this one up. Now from the near side, Zydeco on the Wilson Warehouse penalty kill as Graspy has it to the near side to Dabari. Dabari centering it out in front, and a shot, good save by Stevens. And a rebound picked up now to the slot as the Wolves trying to fish out for the puck here in the high danger area as that one gets picked up and cleared out by the Zydeco. They'll play this one out to the end boards, stopping this one and now skating it all the way back down into center ice and now into the Zydeco end from the far end. And that one will go all the way around the boards, picked up and cleared out. Dabari pitching it across here at center ice. And now back the other way, the Wolves trying to gallivant a rush here on the power play. That one gets taken away and now into the Zydeco end. That one will flutter, picked up now by Lindbergh and cleared all the way back into the Wolves end. 8:52 remaining here in period number 2. 50 seconds remaining on the power play for the Wolves. Into the Zydeco end to the left circle. Has it in a shot, and that one gets saved off by Bailey Stevens as a clearing attempt not able to go. Stopped up now to the far boards. Picked up now by the Zydeco. Back the other way. Here comes Ethan Matcham. Actually, that was Cole Oletz. You know, honestly, I try to look at size, too, of the players because it's never hard to see Ethan and back the other way. Here comes a shot, and that one just gets fanned on. From the near side, Scott Chirac leaving it off for Rio Namiki. Namiki trying to find a second goal in 2 games. And now a veteran move. He'll just peel the defense back and forth like a surgeon's knife. And a big reverse check there on Wilson as the puck gets fluttered all the way behind the net and now picked up by Kim Miettinen. And then they're going to call this one an icing. And Kim Miettinen not too pleased on that. So 7:53 left to go here. New life here for the Zydeco. And we'll step aside here from the Raising Cane's River Center. 3-2 for the Watertown Wolves. Here on Zydeco TV, powered by Momentum Building Services.
Enjoy favorites like our gumbo, jacked up shrimp, seafood salad, steak, and of course, our signature seafood platter. Don's is more than just food. We're a celebration of flavor and family. From our team at Don's Seafood, we want to thank you for the last 90 years and cheers to many more together.
We do things with passion. Everybody here really is invested. So if something can be done better, we challenge the status quo.
Welcome back here inside of the River Center as the Zydeco down now 3-2, climbing back into this one. And now off the draw, Rio Namiki out to the far boards, trying to clear this one, held up at the blue line. Walking up here to the top of the left circle. He'll pitch it out to the slot from the point, and that one gets poke checked along and speared at by the Zydeco and cleared all the way back down by Tyler Larwood. Picked up now by the Wolves. They'll backhand this one into the Zydeco end. Stopped up behind the net by Rio Namiki. That one gets taken away momentarily as Tyler Larwood just sachets this one out to the far corner. Picked up and cleared out where Flanagan now has it, and he'll dump this one back into the Zydeco end. Picked up now by Ethan Matcham. Matcham from the near side. Thomas McGuire trying to fish out for the puck. Has it to the near boards. That one gets taken away. Ethan Matcham now cuts off the angle, and now he'll clear this one all the way back to the far end of the neutral zone as that clearing attempt goes in on net, and a good save by Bailey Stevens, leaving it out for now for Rio Namiki. Namiki, oh, that one. You're getting a little bit too cute with that one, Rio. They send it out in front, and a shot saved by Bailey. Stevens coming up huge as that one, I can tell you right now, that one put a little bit of hair on the chest of Bailey Stevens as that puck nearly went into the high danger area, and you just don't want that if you're a defense. Scott Chirac taking on Lord on the faceoff and off the draw. Gordon has it for the Wolves. Around the boards he goes to the far end. Out to the far boards, Ross Bartlett. Bartlett trying to turn this one back down ice. Has it now to Scott Chirac, leaving it off, and now back of the way. Here comes Tyler Larwood. Larwood has it, giving it across, out in front, and that one will go out to the end boards. Stuffed out now to the near side. From the near boards. That one gets taken away by the Wolves and cleared all the way back down as Matt Gordon not able to come up with it. Nick Catola has it back in their own zone as the Wolves go off for a line change. Behind the net, it is Nick Catola. He'll try to angle this one off the boards, and he finds Scott Chirac. Chirac into the Wolves' end. That one gets taken away by Flanagan. Back of the way, here comes Wallen, giving it across. Out to the far end of the Zydeco zone, and a backhand pass back of the way. Here comes Ross Bartlett. Bartlett, toe drag and a shot, and that one gets hit wide. And now into the far boards. Zydeco will just dump this one into the Wolves' end and go off for a line change themselves. And now a stretch pass back of the way. Wolves with it with a shot, and that one goes up and out of play with 5:22 left to go here in the second period. Shots on goal here with 5 minutes remaining in the second frame. 26 for the Zydeco and 10 for the Wolves. Your score 3-2 for Watertown. And now off the draw. Lindbergh will drop this one off, and he'll wing it around the boards, trying to find Eric Alexanian. That one gets shot on net, and that one gets blocked out to the near side. From the near boards, Dabari has it for the Wolves, setting up shop here on the offensive zone. Has it now to the blue line, sidestepping the line with a shot, tipped on goal, and a good save, and a rebound, and Bailey Stevens with impunity will just fall on that. So look at a face-off back into the Zydeco end. Face-off will fall out to the left circle near side of the Zydeco zone. Now to take the draw for the Watertown Wolves is going to be Trevor Graspy, the Holland Landing, Ontario native. And he'll be facing off against Jake Cox. And off the draw, the Columbus, Georgia native, able to win this one back. Now back the other way. Here come the Zydeco. Through center ice is Dmitry Kuznetsov, leaving it out for Cox. Kuznetsov, who has his second goal in 2 games, will leave this one off for Cox. Cox from the near side, leaving it off for Dmitry Kuznetsov. Lower side of the left circle, has it now to the near boards, gets pinned, trying to find a cross out to the end boards as Powell trying to clear this one out to the far end, and that one will be dumped all the way out into the neutral zone, and now back up by solo mission. Here come the Wolves, shoveling it along here for Graspy, out to the right circle, near side. Into the Zydeco end, trying to find a friendly stick out to the blue line. Powell, top of the left circle with a shot, and a good save by Bailey Stevens. 4:16 left to go here in period number 2. Your score 3-2 for the Watertown Wolves. Zydeco clawing their way back into this one, no pun intended, here at Raising Cane's River Center. And we'll be right back here on Zydeco TV, powered by Momentum Building Services.
The Men's Network started when I went to a computer club meeting in the 7th grade that Brett organized. At that point, I had never met anyone that was as good at computers as Brett was. And by around 8th grade, we figured out that this was something that we could do professionally.
So we moved to Baton Rouge to go to LSU, and that's really where our business got planted.
Give Immense a call. Let us show you how IT should be done.
Find more of what you're looking for at L'Auberge Baton Rouge. More of the games you love, more of the flavors you crave, more staycation relaxation. All this plus an exceptional staff. Add more to your story at L'Auberge Baton Rouge.
An official sponsor of Baton Rouge Zydeco.
Welcome back here inside of the River Center with 4:16 left to go here in the second period. Zydeco trying to tie things up. And off the draw, Katola leaves it off for Kim Miettinen. Miettinen, drop pass here for Katola. Katola behind his own net. Settling it out for Kim Miettinen. Back up ice. Here comes Bartlett. Bartlett from the near boards, pitching it across out for Nick Katola. Katola back up ice, trying to find it back to Shane Haggerty as that one gets poke checked along out to the end boards. And now from the near side, that one gets hit along out to the near boards of the neutral zone. Back up ice they go. Into the Zydeco end, trying to play this one all the way back down into the Zydeco boards. Out to the far end, trying to find it out from the far boards out to the blue line. With a shot, and it gets saved off by Bailey Stevens, and he will cover. 3:36 left to go here in the third period. Shots on goal, 26 for the Zydeco and 12 for the Watertown Wolves. And the score, 3-2 for Watertown. We're going to face off here to the far end of the Zydeco side. And now off the draw. Ethan Matcham leaving it off. Out from the near side of the Zydeco end, not able to clear. Held up by Matt Gordon. Gordon with a shot, and that one gets saved off by Bailey Stevens, and he will cover with 3:25 left to go here in period number 2. That one will count as the 14th shot for the Watertown Wolves. .325 left to go here in the second period. Off the draw, it's going to be Jake Cox facing off, or actually no, Cox gets kicked out, so it's going to be Scott Chirac. He'll be facing off in the face-off dot against Wallen. And now off the draw, Andrew Wallen trying to get this one out to the near side. That one gets taken away by Jake Cox. Flanagan, that one gets speared at, now back in the way. 2-on-1 here for the Zydeco. A breakaway for Chirac. Actually, Chirac with a shot on the backhand, and that one goes high and wide. Honestly, I'm not even sure how that went wide. And neither do I know why the play was called dead. That doesn't look like it came off its moorings. Anyway. 3:10 left to go here in period number 2. And off the draw, Zydeco trying to win this one back. That gets taken away by the Watertown Wolves. And now that one will be cleared all the way back out to center ice. And now it gets picked up now by Cole Ouellette, leaving it off for Eric Alexanian. Alexanian giving it across with a shot, and that one goes wide. Alexanian still with it, trying to get this one out in front as the puck skitters. And the net now, I think, is off its moorings. Kind of looks off to me as that one gets played all the way back down. As it gets taken away, Klink has it on a breakaway with a shot, and he misses the net entirely. They'll get this one out in front to the slot, and a shot saved by Stevens. That was certainly a heads-up play by Bailey Stevens, able to sprawl out, get his stick on the puck, and limit the chances for the Wolves. So we'll get a face-off here into the Zydeco end. And off the draw. That gets tied up as Graspy not able to win this one back cleanly. And now that gets cleared all the way back into the neutral zone. Around the boards they go. Bailey Stevens trying to clear the boards. And now Dabari holds this one in to the near side of the Zydeco end. The puck will skitter out to the blue line. Held in by Dustin Henning at the blue line. That one gets taken away now by Olette. Back up ice. Here come the Zydeco. Into the Wolves' end. Has it to the far end. Trying to get this one out to the slot. And that hacking play not able to go as that one gets held in. Thomas McGuire now has it. Top of the right circle, giving it across, and Kim Mietinen with a shot and goes in on goal, and a good save by Brendan Colgan. And he will cover with 1:55 left to go here in period number 2. So we'll get a face-off here. We'll get a face-off here to the near boards. Left circle. Trevor Lord facing off against Shane Haggerty, and off the draw. Haggerty wins it out to to Wilson. Around the boards from Bartlett, out to the blue line. They'll hold this one in, back to Bartlett. From the end board, centering it out in front as the puck gets deflected all the way up and into the neutral zone. Mietinen, cross-ice feed to Bartlett. Out to the near side from the far boards. Out to the right circle, bottom part of the right circle. Out to the blue line now. Wilson to Katola. With a shot, gets blocked out in front. Bartlett trying to have a spit in a pass prayer. Or a spit in a prayer pass as that one goes to the wayside. Back up ice. Here comes Shane Haggerty. And that one gets taken away. Gloved down by Kim Mietinen. They'll play this one all the way back up ice as Mietinen has it. He'll play this one all the way back down, and around the boards they go. Out from the near side, from the near corner, as Mietinen gets pinned to the boards. 1 minute left to go here in period number 2. And now Olette, he'll play this one across. Wilson out to the blue line. Rio Namiki. Namiki steps up, has a shot, and that one goes off the head of someone as that one gets taken away. And now back of the way. Here come the Wolves. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Back of the way. Out to the left circle. Good back check. Defensive play by Ethan Matcham. 35 seconds remaining, and Ethan Matcham able to have a solid back check and a good poke check, saving the skin of his defensive partner. Rio Namiki on the other end, nearly finding his second goal, but kind of hits the noggin of someone out in front of the net, not able to ID who that was, as Matcham now has it. So Rio Namiki is sneakily trying to find the back of the net himself. And now back the other way. Wolves have it here at center ice. That one gets taken away. Here comes Jake Cox on the backhand. No icing, says the linesman. Reversing this one back to the near side. That one gets taken away as Tyler Larwood now has it back to Matcham. Around the boards he goes, 10 seconds. Here in the second period, trying to turn this one around, out to the near side. That one gets taken away. Pitchforked along, out to the blue line. Matcham with it, has to shoot it. He'll get this one out to the near side. I don't think he saw the clock. Otherwise, I think he would have tried to take the shot there. As that one will do it after 40 minutes of play. Your score, 3-2 now for the Watertown Wolves. Shots on goal for the Zydeco, leading here 26-15 over the Watertown Wolves. Or beg your pardon, 30 now to 15 over the Watertown Wolves. As we'll step aside, we'll get you the out-of-town scoreboard and a quick look at what happened in the second period. Stick with us right here on Zydeco TV, powered by Momentum Building Services.
home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical to save the day. From electrical issues to keeping you comfortable, plumbing repairs, and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical, your one-stop solution for electrical, AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call or visit us online at southernnairbr.com.
For the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktails. Wall-to-wall, state-of-the-art TVs mean you'll see every touchdown, Hail Mary, and big turnover in crystal clear HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino in Baton Rouge, where every moment is a win. Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Tremonti's has meat. Tremonti's has seafood. Tremonti's has much more. Tremonti's on-site catering is the best in Baton Rouge. Our friendly staff brings everything to our client's location, set up, serves guests, and cleans up once our guests are satisfied and full. Tremonti's caters weddings, corporate events, parties, luncheons, crawfish and shrimp boils, breakfast, fundraisers, barbecues, and much more. Good meat ain't cheap, and cheap meat ain't good. Visit Tremonti's.com, 225-751-7665.
We've gotten very good at roofing. We're good at the actual work, but also the documentation from the beginning. Getting everything with the client, what do they need? What are their needs? And then how can I give them a couple of options? And then from there, during the process, they know what's going on. And then at the end, feeling good about everything that's complete, and they're happy when they're done with their job.
The trust that we offer to our clients is actually, it comes pretty easy for us because we've been doing this a long time, and 90% of the jobs that we get are referrals. You know, that's what we depend on, and we strive to let the customer know that we're going to be here. We will always answer the phone.
At Don Seafood, our weekend brunch isn't just a meal. It's the moment you've been waiting for all week. Begin your legendary weekend with brunch favorites like our shrimp and grits, crab cake benedict, and of course, bottomless mimosas. Let's be honest, the party doesn't start until Don Seafood hits the table. From our team at Don Seafood, we want to thank you for the past 90 years and cheers to many more together.
Welcome back here inside of the River Center, where your score is 3-2 for the Watertown Wolves. Let's get you the out-of-town scoreboard here for the FPHL. Starting off here with the Carolina Thunderbirds, have a 6-3 win over the Port Huron Prowlers. The Danbury Hat Trick have a 5-1 lead over the Mississippi Seawolves in the third period. The Blue Ridge Bobcats winning 9-1 over the HC Venom. And the Columbus River Dragons have a slim 3-2 lead heading into period number 3 against the Monroe Moccasins. If the Moccasins lose in regulation, the Zydeco clinch. But if the Zydeco win in regulation, they also clinch. So to win in the in, need the regulation win though. And the Motor City Rockers and the Dashers of Danville tied up at 4 apiece in period number 3. So when we get back, we will get you a look at what happened here in the second period right here on Zydeco TV, powered by Momentum Building Services. Stick with us.
Staple. From the finest Gulf catch to the most authentic Cajun recipes, our commitment to quality and tradition is who we are. Enjoy favorites like our gumbo, jacked up shrimp, seafood salad, steak, and of course, our signature seafood platter. Don's is more than just food. We're a celebration of flavor and family. From our team at Don Seafood, we want to thank you for the last 90 years and cheers to many more together.
We do things with passion. Everybody here really is invested. So if something can be done better, we challenge the status quo.
The Men's Network started when I went to a computer club meeting in the 7th grade that Brett organized. At that point, I had never met anyone that was as good at computers as Brett was. And by the 8th grade, we figured out that this was something that we could do professionally.
We moved to Baton Rouge to go to LSU, and that's really where our business got planted.
Give Immense a call. Let us show you how IT should be done.
Find more of what you're looking for at L'Auberge Baton Rouge. More of the games you love, more of the flavors you crave, more staycation relaxation. All this plus an exceptional staff. Add more to your story at L'Auberge Baton Rouge.
An official sponsor of Baton Rouge Zydeco.
home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical to save the day. From electrical issues to keeping you comfortable, plumbing repairs, and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical, your one-stop solution for electrical, AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call or visit us online at southernair.br.com.
Welcome back here inside of the Raising Cane's River Center. Let's get you a recap of what happened here in the second period. Starting off, first goal for the Zydeco coming off the back of Elijah Wilson, able to clean up in front of the net to the assist of Shane Haggerty and Nick Catola, and they cut the lead from 2-0 to 2-1. That wouldn't be that for the period, as later on it would be the Watertown Wolves striking as Dave Gaeta would find the back of the net to the assist of Trevor Gratzby and Chase DeBari. And finally, wrapping up the second period, Dmitry Kuznetsov finds his second goal of 2 games, and he cuts the lead back down to 1. And that's where we stand after 40 minutes of play. Zydeco and the Wolves in a tight one here as we head on to the final period of play here in period number 3. Stick with it right here with us on Zydeco TV, powered by Momentum Building Services.
Ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktails. Wall-to-wall, state-of-the-art TVs mean you'll see every touchdown, Hail Mary, and big turnover in crystal clear HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino in Baton Rouge, where every moment is a win. For the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Tremonti's has meat. Tremonti's has seafood. Tremonti's has much more. Tremonti's on-site catering is the best in Baton Rouge. Our friendly staff brings everything to our clients' location, set up, serves guests, and cleans up once our guests are satisfied and full. Tremonti's caters weddings, corporate events, parties, luncheons, crawfish and shrimp boils, breakfast, fundraisers, barbecues, and much more. Good meat ain't cheap, and cheap meat ain't good. Visit Tremonti's.com, 225-751-7665.
gotten very good at roofing. We're good at the actual work, but also the documentation from the beginning, getting everything with the client. What do they need? What are their needs? And then how can I give them a couple of options? And then from there, during the process, they know what's going on. And then at the end, feeling good about everything that's complete, and they're happy when they're done with their job.
The trust that we offer to our clients is actually, it comes pretty easy for us because we've been doing this a long time, and 90% of the jobs that we get are referrals. You know, that's what we depend on, and we strive to let the customer know that we're going to be here. We will always answer the phone.
At Don Seafood, our weekend brunch isn't just a meal. It's the moment you've been waiting for all week. Begin your legendary weekend with brunch favorites like our shrimp and grits, crab cake benedict, and of course, bottomless mimosas. Let's be honest, the party doesn't start until Don Seafood hits the table. From our team at Don Seafood, we want to thank you for the past 90 years and cheers to many more together.
For over 90 years, Don's Seafood has been a Louisiana staple. From the finest Gulf catch to the most authentic Cajun recipes, our commitment to quality and tradition is who we are. Enjoy favorites like our gumbo, jacked up shrimp, seafood salad, steak, and of course, our signature seafood platter. Don's is more than just food. We're a celebration of flavor and family. From our team at Don's Seafood, we want to thank you for
the River Center, where your score for this game 3-2 for the Watertown Wolves. Drop of the puck, and we are underway here in period number 3, final period of regulation. Zydeco need 3 points to clinch, and this one gets into the glove of Brennan Colgan with 19:50 left to go here in period number 3. Just 10 seconds gone. And the Zydeco trying desperately to tie up this game. And now off the draw, Zydeco will play this one out to the far boards. That one gets punched along, and now back of the way. Here come the Wolves with a stretch pass. Not able to find Chase Dabari, but he has it out to the end boards. He gets tripped up, and there will be a penalty. Out to the far side. Della Savita has it from the far end, trying to pitch this one in front of the Zydeco bench, but that one goes out to the wayside, where it gets played off now by the Wolves. Graspy out to the near side. They'll try to play this one out from the far boards, and now skating this one into the near side of the neutral zone. Pitching it out to the far boards, and he'll slap this one into the near corner. Picked up now by the Wolves. Out from the near boards, picked up by Larwood, not able to clear it. Giving it out in front, and a shot, and a good save by Bailey Stevens, and he will cover. So a power play for the Wolves as they get Ethan Matcham for tripping. So Zydeco back on the Wilson Warehouse penalty kill. Going to face off here into the Zydeco end. And off the draw, Elijah Wilson winning it back. Katola trying to clear, and it careens off the boards and goes all the way back down, and it caroms into the far corner of the Watertown zone. And now back down ice. Around the boards they go. Into the far end. Gimme Antonin trying to clear this one, held in at the blue line. And the puck will flutter its way out to the end boards. Stopped up behind the net. Picked up and cleared out by the Zydeco. And now Brennan Colgan will lead this one out for Gratzby. Gratzby out to the far end, now out to the near side into the Zydeco board, or beg your pardon, into the Zydeco zone. Dabari trying to go it across, but the puck will just flutter its way into the neutral zone, carried back into the Watertown zone. Dabari giving it across, out to the left circle, and a shot, and it gets saved off by Bailey Stevens. Out to the far boards, out to the point, setting up shop here on the power play. Sidestepping the pass, giving it across, out to the right circle, top of the right circle with a shot, and that one gets saved, not cleared. Held up by Dabari. Out to the left circle. He'll skate this one out to the hash marks. Out from the near corner. Top of the left circle. Lord sidesteps to the slot and a shot, and a good save by Bailey Stevens, and he will cover. 17:45 left to go here in the third period. 41 seconds left to go on the man advantage for the Wolves. 3-2 your score here for Watertown. Shots on goal, 31 for the Zydeco, 18 for the Wolves. And now off the draw. Powell will pitch this one across out to in front of the near boards. From the left circle, out to the point. Back to the left circle. Clink, out to the near corner. From the left circle and a shot, and that one goes and deflects all the way up and out of play into the mesh with 17:30 left to go here in period number 2. Or beg your pardon, period number 3. We're going to face off here to the near left circle. Andrew Wallen out to take the draw. He'll be facing off against, I believe that was Scott Chirac with a shot from the blue line. That one gets blocked out to the near side. Here comes Clink from the near boards. Skates it out to the blue line with a shot, and it gets deflected high and wide out of play with 17:19 left to go here in period number 3. 15 seconds still remaining here on the man advantage for Watertown. And for those who are interested, I don't know why you would be interested. It's 3-2 Columbus with 17:44 left to go in the third. Off the draw, Powell giving this one out to Matt Gordon from the near side. Now out to the left circle. Powell, top of the left circle, giving it across to the right circle with a shot, and that one gets darted high and wide off the end glass. Zydeco able to clear this one back up, and a 2-on-1, or 2-on-2 now, as that one gets suckered along into the Wolves end, and it gets picked up now by Powell. He'll leave this one out from the near boards of the Zydeco end. Taken to the boards and pinned off as the Zydeco trying to fish for the puck. Out from the near side and now into the neutral zone. From the far end of the Wolves zone. Picked up now by Elijah Wilson. Fanning on the pass. He'll leave this one out to the end boards. Dumping this one off is Haggerty. Poke checking this one along. Wilson out to the blue line with a quick shot. That one gets held into the blue line, and now here come the Wolves back in the way. 3-on-2 if they hurry. They'll pick this one up, and that one gets taken away as Ross Bartlett now has it in front of his own bench. That gets taken away by the Wolves. Dump back into the near side of the Zydeco end. From the near boards, trying to turn this one back up ice. They'll play this one out from the near side, and that one gets taken away. Now here comes Ross Bartlett. Bartlett leaving it off for Shane Haggerty. Haggerty trying to leave this one off for Elijah Wilson. Back of the way, Gratzby into the Zydeco end for the Watertown Wolves. Gets pinned to the boards. Puck getting jarred at by Kim Miettinen and Thomas McGuire. McGuire not able to come up with it. Here comes Dabari, far side of the Zydeco end, twisting it around with a shot, and a good save by Bailey Stevens, and a rebound. They score. .41 left to go, and the Wolves have a 2-goal lead yet again. Not exactly a good look there, but it was initial good save by Bailey Stevens, but the puck just squirted loose and headed up to the back of the net. Zydeco down by 2 now here in the final frame of regulation. Off the draw, Tyler Larwood leaves it off for Ethan Matcham. Matcham not able to grab it as Matt Gordon turns this one over in front of his own blue line. Trying to find this one back is Tyler Larwood. He'll sachet this one out to the far boards. Stopped up and cleared all the way back into the Zydeco end for an icing. 15:21 left to go here in period number 3. We're going to face off here to the far boards, or from the far circle. Actually, no, they're going to take this one back out to the near circle. Thomas McGuire out to take the draw. He'll be facing off in between Dmitry Kuznetsov and Narek Alexanian. He'll be facing off against Trevor Lord. And off the draw, McGuire trying to tie up the race, and that one gets taken away. Here come the Wolves from the far end of their own boards. They get pinned to the side. From the far boards, Dmitry Kuznetsov trying to come in to fish for the puck. They'll play this one out from the far boards. That one gets taken away. Out to the near slot and a shot, and it gets shot high and wide. Picked up now by the Watertown Wolves. Out to the neutral zone as Matt Gordon now has it. That one gets pitchforked along out to the near boards as the Wolves now have possession. Matt Gordon from the end boards. They'll try to guide this one back up ice, and that one will be kicked along out to the near boards of the Zydeco zone. Cleared all the way back out for Chase Dabari. Nick Catola for the Zydeco, leaving it off for Bartlett. Pitching it across out for Kim Miettinen, out to the far side, centering it out in front. Kuznetsov with a shot! Off the post! That was off the post. Kuznetsov had all day to look at it, and he beat everything but the iron behind the goalie. So we'll take a break here. 4-2 now for the Watertown Wolves. Shots on goal, 32 for the Zydeco, 20 for the Wolves. We'll be right back here from the River Center here on Zydeco TV, powered by Momentum Building Services.
More together.
We do things with passion. Everybody here really is invested. So if something can be done better, we challenge the status quo.
The Men's Network started when I went to a computer club meeting in the 7th grade that Brett organized. At that point, I had never met anyone that was as good at computers as Brett was. And by the 8th grade, we figured out that this was something that we could do professionally.
So we moved to Baton Rouge to go to LSU, and that's really where our business got planted.
Give Immense a call. Let us show you how IT should be done.
Find more of what you're looking for at L'Auberge Baton Rouge. More of the games you love, more of the flavors you crave, more staycation relaxation. All this plus an exceptional staff. Add more to your story at L'Auberge Baton Rouge.
A little bit of an update. They challenged the Dmitry Kuznetsov shot that went off the iron and ended up being no goal, so the Zydeco assessed a 2-minute delay of game penalty. And off the draw, Watertown with possession. They'll try to play this one out to the near boards. From the left circle, centering it out in front of the slot, dropping it off to the point. From the point, out across, and a shot and a good save and a rebound, and that one gets saved again by Stevens. They'll send this one out in front on a backhand as that one gets hit across. Out for Lord from the end boards, out to the right circle, stopping this one up. From the far boards, out to the blue line with a shot, and it gets gloved down by Stevens, picked up and cleared out by the Zydeco. 13:38 left to go here in period number 3. And now here come the Wolves into the neutral zone, back out to the left circle, and a shot scores! From the right circle, it was Trevor Lord. And the Zydeco down by 3. And now off the draw, Ian McDonald has it. He'll pitch it across out to the near side. Watertown clearing this one into the neutral zone. Picked up now from the Zydeco end. Dmitry Kuznetsov trying to play this one back out for center ice, and that one will be cleared back into the Zydeco end. Picked up now by the Zydeco from center ice. They'll play this one all the way back down into the Watertown zone. Stopping this one up, Elijah Wilson. He'll sachet this one from the end boards. Trying to clear this one out to the near side. That one gets taken away. Here comes Ian McDonald. That one gets punched along out from the end boards of the Zydeco end into the far boards for Garrick Lindberg. Lindberg, back up ice. Here comes Thomas McGuire. McGuire has it from the near side of the Watertown zone. From the end boards now. Centering it out in front. Out of the final friendly stick. And a rebound. Still it's loose as that gets shot wide. And another chance. And that one gets shot high and wide. And now back of the way. Here come the Wolves. 3-on-2. Into the Zydeco end. Stopping this one up to the right circle. Centering it out in front. Not able to go. And now they'll go around the boards. Out from the far side. Picked up now by Ethan Matcham. I'll try to play this one out in front. Centering it out in front. And a shot scores. Watertown really piling it on here. It's 6-2 now for the Wolves. So Zydeco, depending on what happens in the Monroe game, doesn't look like they're going to be clinching tonight. And now off the draw. Moore will send this one across. They'll play this one all the way back down into the Zydeco end, where it gets played out to the near side to Scott Chirac. They'll try to play this one all the way back down. Here comes Tyler Larwood. Larwood with a centering pass. That one gets taken away. Back of the way. Here comes Carter Thornton. Thornton missing the net entirely. They'll try to sachet this one out to the near side. Picked up now by the Zydeco from their own zone. They'll pitch this one back up ice. Scott Chirac out to the near boards as Kim Miettinen has it. Miettinen trying to send this one out in front as that one gets taken away. Trying to hack away at this one as Brendan Colgan will just fall on this one and gobble it up. Still in the Monroe game, it's 3-2 Columbus with 10:56. If that score holds and the Zydeco score holds, it's still going to be a clinch for the Zydeco. Now off the draw, Elijah Wilson wins this one back. Lindberg with a shot and a good save by Colgan. So all the Zydeco need right now is a regulation loss from Monroe, and they will clinch the 5th seed. Off the draw, Wilson trying to play this one all the way back into the far side. Della Savita will play this one into the Zydeco end. Here comes Lindberg into the Watertown zone. Back to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov centering it out for Lindberg, and a shot, and that one gets saved off by Colgan. And a little bit of a scrum here. Lindberg getting into it. Wilson as well getting into it. And it looks like, it's just going to be a big showing of nothing. As looks like there's going to be roughing the call here against Lindberg. And no call going against the Watertown Wolves. So, looks like it's going to be a power play again for Watertown. Off the draw. Zydeco on the Wilson Warehouse penalty kill. Della Savita. They'll play this one out to the far side. Now out to the point. Walking this one on the line. Has it now to the right circle. From the right circle, he'll glide this one back out to the near side. From the left circle, Tabari. Out to Lord to the blue line. Out to the right circle. They'll try to cycle this one around from the point with a shot into the glove of Bailey Stevens in a third try, and Stevens will fall on it. 10:20 left to go here. 1:30 left to go on the minor penalty to Lindbergh. So 10:20 left to go here. And now off the draw. Della Savita has it from the near side with a clip bomb, and that one goes wide. Picked up now from the far boards. They'll drop this one off from the right circle. Out now to the top of the left circle. Out to the point with a shot, and it goes off the shin pad of Tyler Larwood. Out for Della Savita. Out to the left circle with a shot, and that one goes into the glove of Bailey Stevens with 9:55 left to go here in period number 3. 6-2 your score here for Watertown, and we will step aside here from the River Center. Stick with us here on Zydeco TV, powered by Momentum Building Services.
An official sponsor of Baton Rouge Zydeco.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating,
Welcome back here inside of the River Center, where your score is 6-2 for the Watertown Wolves. And now back here the way the Wolves have it back across. We'll try to guide this one out to the near side, where Klink will play this one out for Thornton. Thornton out for Klink. They'll try to play this one out to the far side, to the right circle. Now they'll play this one from the end boards. Out from the far boards now to the right circle. Out to the blue line. Matt Gordon with a shot, and that one goes off the end glass. Picked up and cleared out by the Zydeco. And now the Watertown Wolves have it behind their own net. 9:06 left to go here in period number 3. Back up ice. Power play about over, as Matcham will leave this one on for Larwood, trying to clear the zone as it gets picked up, not cleared. As the Wolves now have it, that one gets swatted at by Ethan Matcham. As that one goes around the boards, stopped up from the end boards. As the Wolves still have possession from the near side. Klink has it now to the blue line with a shot, and that one gets saved off by Bailey Stevens. Here comes Larwood, trying to center this one out in front, and a shot off the end glass, and that one takes an awkward carom as it falls out to the far boards. Picked up now by Thomas McGuire, leaving it off, trying to find Lindbergh. Lindbergh from the far corner gets shoved off. Picked up now by Thomas McGuire. Lindbergh gets this one ripped away, and now here come the Wolves from the near side of the neutral zone. Dabari giving it across out to the left circle now with a shot, and it gets saved off now by Bailey Stevens. Back up ice. Here comes Larwood. Larwood out to Chirac. Chirac to the right circle. Getting it out in front. Not able to go. To rebound. Scores! Tyler Larwood finds the back of the net. 7:30 left to go, and it's 6-3 now for the Wolves. So the captain leading by example, keeping his team in this one. Still down by 3, but you can get one in a hurry. Never say die here for these boys from Baton Rouge. Here comes Kuznetsov. He'll pitch it across, out from the far corner, stopped up. And they'll get this one out to the near side from the near corner, trying to clear the zone. That one gets held up by the blue line, and now back up the ice. Here comes Gaeta. We'll play this one across. Out from the right circle of the Zydeco end from the blue line, and a shot, and it goes wide, and a rebound, and a save by Stevens. Stopped up Gaeta. From the near side, out to the far boards. From the blue line now, stops up, shoots, and it just goes wide. As the Zydeco trying to clear the zone, now has it. Here comes Nick Catola. Catola leaving this one off. 2-on-2 rush. Here comes Shane Haggerty. Haggerty from the far side, and he gets this one taken away from him. And now here come the Wolves, back the other way. From the near boards, they'll try to stop this one up, and now here to the left circle, trying to guide this one out in front. That one gets taken away, and a centering pass intercepted by Lindbergh. And now back the other way. Here come the Zydeco. Back up ice, Bartlett. That one gets pinched across, out from the near side, and now pitched across out to the far boards. And now Olet trying to find this one out in front, but that one gets called off for an offsides. 6:30 left to go here in period number 3. Six to 3 your score here for the Watertown Wolves. And off the draw, Thomas McGuire. He'll try to play this one out to the near side. Della Savita. He'll pitch it across. Around the boards they go. Into the near side. Zydeco trying to jar the puck loose. 6:15 remaining to go here in regulation. Out from the near side. Pinched along into the blue line, into the near side. From the left circle, stops up, trying to get this one out in front was Matt Gordon. Picked up now by the Zydeco, turning it over out to the left circle. Now from the right circle, far side. Stopping this one up from the blue line as that one gets gloved down by Narek Alexanian. Alexanian from the glass, leaving it out for McGuire. McGuire has it through center ice, 3-on-2 if he hurries. Has it now from the right circle, near side, centering it out in front, not able to find a friendly stick. And now here come the Wolves back down the other way. He'll slap this one down, does Ethan Matcham. 5:38 left to go here in period number 3. As Wilson around the boards, he goes. Hit behind the play as no call going to be levied there as the puck squirts loose to the far boards. They'll try to pinch this one along out to the end boards, stopping this one up. And Matcham getting a little rough around the edges here. Haggerty will leave this one out to the near side. 5:08 left to go here in period number 3. Watertown around the boards they go. Stopped up now by Rio Namiki. Namiki, they'll leave it off for Wilson. Wilson, a cross-ice pass. Out to Kuznetsov, and he'll just dump this one into the Watertown zone and go off for a line change. Zydeco with possession here at the blue line. That one squirts by Nick Catola. Out to the far end. Here comes Shane Haggerty, leaving this one back down. As Jake Cox will take him to the boards, taking a rough ride all the way out to the far board. Stopped up now. Here comes Kuznetsov from the end boards. He'll stop this one up, curling and dragging. Has this one, Chirac with a shot, and then gets blocked out in front. Picked up by Katola. Stops up, shoots, and it goes into the chest protector of Brennan Colgan, and he will cover. 4:14 left to go here in Raising Cane's River Center. 6-3 your score for the Watertown Wolves. We'll step aside here on Zydeco TV, powered by Momentum Building Services.
Electrical issues to keeping you comfortable, plumbing repairs, and even generators. We do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. Your one-stop solution for electrical, AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call or visit us online at southernairbr.com.
For the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktails. Wall-to-wall, state-of-the-art TVs mean you'll see every touchdown, Hail Mary, and big turnover in crystal clear HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino in Baton Rouge, where every moment is a win. Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Welcome back here inside of the River Center. 4:14 left to go here in period number 3. 6-3 is your score. Scott Chirac out to take the draw to the near side of the Watertown zone. He'll be facing off against Trevor Lord. And off the draw, Lord wins this one back, not able to clear. Now the puck skitters through Nick Katola. Katola, he'll pitch it across, out from the far boards of the Zydeco end. And now here comes Nick Katola. Katola, from the far end, he'll try to pitch this one all the way back down, as it'll be played by Katola from the far boards of the Watertown zone. Katola. He'll try to jar the puck loose. Here comes Chirac. Chirac leaving it out from the far corner. Larwood, around the boards he goes. Out to the near corner. Kim Mietinen giving it out in front to the slot, and a shot going in on net, but it intercepted before it hits the goalie. And now back the other way. Here comes Nick Katola from the neutral zone. Back to Chirac. From the near side, here comes Tyler Larwood. Larwood has it, centers, and that's not able to find a friendly stick. That gets taken away, and a sharp big shot and a good save by Brennan Colgan. As Larwood nearly found the back door. So Colgan slamming the door shut. That would have been a very opportune goal for the Zydeco. Eric Alexanian out to take the draw. Now off the draw, Zydeco not able to win this one back. Watertown with possession, they'll pitch this one across out to the far board, stopping this one up, and now back up ice. Here come the Watertown Wolves, intercepted at center ice by the Zydeco. They'll pitch this one all the way back through the end boards, stopped up by Della Savita. Out to the far boards, they'll guide this one all the way back down, where the puck will just trickle all the way back out to the end boards, where it gets stopped up as Bailey Stevens nearly turning it over. And now here comes Garrick Lindberg. He'll drop this one off from the end boards. He'll get this one across out to the near side. Kuznetsov, he'll dump this one along. Drop pass here for Elias Thompson. Centering this one out in front is Cole Ouellette now has it. Ouellette out to the blue line, giving it across to Kim Mietinen. Mietinen out to Lindberg. Lindberg with a shot on net and a good save and a rebound, and that one will just go wide. Picked up now by Klink. 2 minutes remaining here in period number 3. And now here comes Dmitry Kuznetsov here at center ice. He'll try to sidestep one. They'll leave this one off through center ice into the Watertown zone with a shot, and it gets gloved down by Brennan Colgan with 2 minutes dead even left to go in period number 3. Your score, 6-3 for the Watertown Wolves. Shots on goal, 42 for the Zydeco and 30 for the Watertown Wolves. And it looks like the Zydeco will be taking a timeout. We'll step aside here with 2 minutes left to go here in the final frame of regulation. Stick with us.
Seafood. Tremonti's has much more. Tremonti's on-site catering is the best in Baton Rouge. Our friendly staff brings everything to our client's location, set up, serves guests, and cleans up once our guests are satisfied and full. Tremonti's caters weddings, corporate events, parties, luncheons, crawfish and shrimp boils, breakfast, fundraisers, barbecues, and much more. Good meat ain't cheap, and cheap meat ain't good. Visit Tremontis.com, 225-751-7665.
Welcome back here to the River Center. 2 minutes left to go. Empty net here for the Zydeco. And now off the draw. Zydeco trying to gain possession back here to the left circle of the Watertown zone. From the far board, stopping this one up, centering it out in front. That one gets played along here by Wilson. Back to Catola, back to Wilson, to the right circle. Big in front, and this shot goes into the glove of Brennan Colgan. .143 left to go here in period number 3. Zydeco trying to claw their way back into this one, down by 3 with 1:43 left to go. And now back the other way, the Watertown Wolves with a clearing attempt. That'll go off the head of Nicatola. That gets taken away by Dabari, giving it across with a shot, hits the iron. And that one gets taken away, and now here come the Wolves. That one gets taken away. Here come the Zydeco back the other way. Wilson back the other way to Bartlett, giving it out in front of the shot, saved by Colgan, and a rebound picked up now by Kuznetsov. With a shot, and it gets darted wide. Haggerty with possession. He'll get this one out to the right circle. Nicatola back down low from the near corner. Back to Catola. Trying to get this one out in front. Picked up now by Wilson. Wilson with a shot, and it gets blocked, and now that one gets picked up now by Dabari. And now that one will be sashayed across, and that one will miss again. From the far end, giving it across with a shot, and it gets saved by Nicatola. That one gets taken away again. They're living in the Zydeco offensive zone, and another chance. And here comes Nick Catola. Catola back down the other way. Chirac with it to the near side. He'll wrap it around, centering it out in front, and a shot saved by Colgan. And looks like that one will be covered with 18.8 left to go. Here's a scoring update. Empty netter for the Columbus River Dragons. 4-2 your score with 20 seconds left to go, and looks like the Zydeco are going dancing for the Commissioner's Cup. So the final score, Columbus 4, Moccasins 2. And the Zydeco will be playing for the Commissioner's Cup. Now is just going to be a question of seeding. And now off the draw. Here comes Dmitry Kuznetsov giving it across out to the right circle with a shot, and it gets blocked away by Brandon Colgan. Now they'll get this one out in front. That one gets taken away, picked up, and cleared all the way down and into the empty net. So 2 seconds on the clock, and that'll add the extra point to the touchdown.
Scoring for Watertown Wolves, empty net, number 16, Trevor Howard, Watertown, number 16, Trevor Howard. Fans again, watching it online.
So, it's not exactly the way you'd want to clinch playoffs, but you clinch nonetheless with a little help from your friends. All right, the referees wanting their moment to shine here. Finally dropping the puck. And that'll do it. 2 seconds run off, and your final score, 7-3 for the Watertown Wolves. That's the bad news, but the good news is the Zydeco have clinched playoffs. So, tomorrow night, 7:05, same Zydeco time, same Zydeco actually, no, it's going to be a matinee game, so 3:05. But we will recap what happened here in period number 3 before we step aside here on Zydeco TV, powered by Momentum Building Services. Stick with us.
We've gotten very good at roofing. We're good at the actual work, but also the documentation from the beginning. Getting everything with the client, what do they need? What are their needs? And then how can I give them a couple of options? And then from there, during the process, they know what's going on. And then at the end, feeling good about everything that's complete, and they're happy when they're done with their job.
The trust that we offer to our clients is actually, it comes pretty easy for us because we've been doing this a long time, and 90% of the jobs that we get are referrals. You know, that's what we depend on, and we strive to let the customer know that we're going to be here. We will always answer the phone.
At Don Seafood, our weekend brunch isn't just a meal. It's the moment you've been waiting for all week. Begin your legendary weekend with brunch favorites like our shrimp and grits, crab cake benedict, and of course, bottomless mimosas. Let's be honest, the party doesn't start until Don Seafood hits the table. From our team at Don Seafood, we want to thank you for the past 90 years and cheers to many more together.
For over 90 years, Don Seafood has been a Louisiana staple. From the finest Gulf catch to the most authentic Cajun recipes, our commitment to quality and tradition is who we are. Enjoy favorites like our gumbo, jacked up shrimp, seafood salad, steak, and of course, our signature seafood platter. Don's is more than just food. We're a celebration of flavor and family. From our team at Don Seafood, we want to thank you for the last 90 years and cheers to many more together.
We do things with passion. Everybody here really is invested. So if something can be done better, we challenge the status quo.
The Men's Network started when I went to a computer club meeting in the 7th grade that Brett organized. At that point, I had never met anyone that was as good at computers as Brett was. And by the 8th grade, we figured out that this was something that we could do professionally.
We moved to Baton Rouge to go to LSU, and that's really where our business got planted.
Give Immense a call. Let us show you how IT should be done.
Find more of what you're looking for at L'Auberge Baton Rouge. More of the games you love, more of the flavors you crave, more staycation relaxation. All this plus an exceptional staff. Add more to your story at L'Auberge Baton Rouge.
An official sponsor of Baton Rouge Zydeco.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical to save the day. From electrical issues to keeping you comfortable, plumbing repairs, and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical, your one-stop solution for electrical, AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call or visit us online at southernnairbr.com.
For the ultimate game day experience, come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktails. Wall-to-wall, state-of-the-art TVs mean you'll see every touchdown, Hail Mary, and big turnover in crystal clear HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino in Baton Rouge, where every moment is a win. Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Tremonti's has meat. Tremonti's has seafood. Tremonti's has much more. Tremonti's on-site catering is the best in Baton Rouge. Our friendly staff brings everything to our client's location, set up, serves guests, and cleans up once our guests are satisfied and full. Tremonti's caters weddings, corporate events, parties, luncheons, crawfish and shrimp boils, breakfast, fundraisers, barbecues, and much more. Good meat ain't cheap, and cheap meat ain't good. Visit Tremonti's.com, 225-751-7665.
We've gotten very good at roofing. We're good at the actual work, but also the documentation from the beginning. Getting everything with the client, what do they need? What are their needs? And then how can I give them a couple of options? And then from there, during the process, they know what's going on. And then at the end, feeling good about everything that's complete, and they're happy when they're done with their job.
The trust that we offer to our clients is actually, it comes pretty easy for us because we've been doing this a long time, and 90% of the jobs that we get are referrals. You know, that's what we depend on, and we strive to let the customer know that we're going to be here. We will always answer the phone.
At Don Seafood, our weekend brunch isn't just a meal. It's the moment you've been waiting for all week. Begin your legendary weekend with brunch favorites like our shrimp and grits, crab cake benedict, and of course, bottomless mimosas. Let's be honest, the party doesn't start until Don Seafood hits the table. From our team at Don Seafood, we want to thank you for the past 90 years and cheers to many more together.
For over 90 years, Don's Seafood has been a Louisiana staple. From the finest Gulf catch to the most authentic Cajun recipes, our commitment to quality and tradition is who we are. Enjoy favorites like our gumbo, jacked up shrimp, seafood salad, steak, and of course, our signature seafood platter. Don's is more than just food. We're a celebration of flavor and family. From our team at Don's Seafood, we want to thank you for the last 90 years and cheers to many more together.
We do things with passion. Everybody here really is invested. So if something can be done better, we challenge the status quo.
The Men's Network started when I went to a computer club meeting in the 7th grade that Brett organized. At that point, I had never met anyone that was as good at computers as Brett was. And by the 8th grade, we figured out.
Welcome back here inside of the River Center, where your final score 6-3 for the Watertown Wolves over the Baton Rouge Zydeco. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard for the FPHL. It gets a little dicey for the Zydeco in terms of seeding, but they have clinched. Final score in Monroe, 4-2 in favor of the Columbus River Dragons. The Carolina Thunderbirds take down the Port Huron Prowlers 6-3. The Danbury Hat Trick winning 5-1 over the Mississippi Seawolves. The Blue Ridge Bobcats winning 10-1 over the HC Venom. And the Motor City Rockers falling to the Dashers in overtime, 7-6 the final. All right, let's take a look at what happened here in the game. Taking a look in the first period, it would be the Watertown Wolves kicking things off. Squeaking one right by Bailey Stevens for the game's first goal, and that one going to the credit of Matt Gordon, to the assist of Chase DeBari and Trevor Gratzby. Watertown would strike yet again on the power play this time. Getting a darting shot from the blue line, Dominic Della Savita to the assist of Trevor Lord and Chase DeBari. That would make it 2-0 for the Wolves. And in the second period, the Zydeco would strike back off the stick of Elijah Wilson to the assist of Shane Haggerty and Nick Catola. Zydeco cutting the lead down to 1, but the Wolves would answer right back as Divide Gaeta to the assist of Trevor Gratzby and Chase DeBari would find the back of the net. The Zydeco would find one yet again as Dmitry Kuznetsov would net one home, making it 3-2 at the end of 2 periods of play. But 3 flurried goals by Watertown would force the hand for the Zydeco. The first one coming off of the stick of Divide Gaeta. And that one coming to the assist of Trevor Gratzby and Chase DeBari. And Trevor Lord would find the back of the net after that. And that one coming off, again, the assist of Trevor Gratzby and Chase DeBari. And rifling one home right past Bailey Stevens. And David Gaeta would find the hat trick here on this goal, making it 5-2 for the Watertown Wolves. And that one to the assist of Trevor Gratzby and Chase DeBari. Zydeco would try to mount a comeback here after they find a loose puck and just shovel one in. And that one going to the assist of, or to the credit of Tyler Larwood and Scott Chirac and Jake Cox. And that one would do it after Trevor Lord would find the back of the net for the second time on the empty net to the assist of Andrew Wallen and Dominic Della Savita. Winning goaltender for the Watertown Wolves, after saving 44 of 47, former Zydeco Brendan Colgan would find his 17th victory of the campaign, going 17-13-3 for a final save percentage of a .936. And on the other side, Bailey Stevens saving 24 of 30 for an .800 save percentage, and his record falls to 11-6-3. So, that'll about do it. Again, final score, as I center myself out here, sorry about that. Here in the River Center, 7-3 for the Watertown Wolves. And again, it's not the way you'd want to clinch a playoff spot, but it's not how you start the journey, it's how you end it. And it's going to be the start of the journey here for the Zydeco on Tuesday the 15th for the play-in round. The only question is, where is it going to be played? If the Zydeco win out and the Blue Ridge Bobcats win out, then, and again, this is to my estimation, they're going to be tying in wins. So right now, the Zydeco have 27 wins, and the Blue Ridge Bobcats also have 27 wins. So if both teams win out and the Zydeco get to the end of the season with the wins in hand, they will, I believe, win the tiebreaker. So if the Zydeco win out and the Blue Ridge Bobcats win out, the Zydeco clinch home ice advantage in the play-in round on Tuesday the 15th will be played right here at the River Center. But if not, they're going to have to pack their bags and head up to Whiteville in order to take on the Blue Ridge Bobcats. So right now, the question is going to be of seeding. So that's going to be the main concern here for the Zydeco. But their ticket is punched. They're going to the playoffs. Now it's just going to be a kind of question of where you're going to be playing it. So, again, that'll about do it. Here again, final score for the Watertown Wolves taking down the Baton Rouge Zydeco by a final score of 7-3. I want to thank you so much for spending your Saturday evening with myself here on Zydeco TV. I know you guys have a lot of entertainment choices here in Baton Rouge and around the world, but I'm so glad that you decided to make me part of your night. Next up for the Zydeco, it's going to be a matinee game here on Sunday, 3:05 Central, 1:05 Pacific, and 4:05 Eastern. That is going to be the time here on Zydeco TV. So until then, you have been listening to Zydeco Hockey here on home of the Baton Rouge Zydeco. Zydeco TV, powered by Momentum Building Services, streamed live as always on YouTube. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a great night and a most pleasant good evening.
We moved to Baton Rouge to go to LSU, and that's really where our business got planted.
Give Immense a call. Let us show you how IT should be done.